to do to get his kids back?
So I believe on the 28th he has to go back to Winter, South Dakota, and he has to plead his case.
Now, did he file a case at least? Did he get it filed?
I don't believe he has.
Okay.
Nope.
Then why is there a hearing?
I'm not even sure. I think they had it all set up, and he has to go back.
Why would they set up a hearing if they already had custody? This is what I don't understand. Could we get a phone where we can talk to him, or get someone who knows the case, or get a case number or something? Mike, your phone is bopping in and out. It's very difficult to understand you.
Sir.
Who filed? Why is there a hearing on the 28th, Mike?
I'll be just the temporary custody order, and
Okay, never mind. We can't talk. All right. He's got to get to a phone. Right now, here's what happened. His wife commits suicide. Her sisters lie and said he abandoned them. They take the girls to South Dakota. There's a custody hearing on the 28th. We got to help this guy. Now, listen, forget the fact, he was in jail, right? He was homeless in jail. He's getting his life together. He wants his kids back. Her sisters have no reason to keep the kids away from him. We got to get this guy help. First thing, we got to establish contact. Now, if you were tuning into YouTube and Facebook, you didn't see us. That's because we had some technical difficulties, and we'll get the feed up and running. We're up right now. Thank you. We're up right now. Deputy Dan says we're up and running. Joan, what's going on with you, Joan? Welcome to the show. What's happening?
Well, since I spoke with you last week, I've gotten estimates to fix the painting and the fence.
I want to recap what happened to you. You basically had some repairs done, and you had them done by a company called All Star Roofing. And
Correct.
They were supposed to fix everything. The amounts aren't important, but what was the total job supposed to be, Joan, just roughly?
About $38,000.
About 38 grand. Okay. And so you got paid from your insurance, but you thought you should withhold some money from All-Star because they didn't do everything. Is that right?
Correct. They did it very poorly, and they didn't do it.
And you thought, how did you come up with the amount that you withheld?
I went line by line through the insurance estimate.
How much did you withhold, dear? How much did you withhold?
About $14,000.
I thought, basically, even though we didn't have it estimated, I thought at least this shows some sincerity because they did get some money. Is that right?
That's correct. They got $23,000 and something.
Now, people withhold money when they don't feel the job's been totally done. So you withheld some money, and they're suing you. I just found the lawsuit here. You showed us.
Yeah.
And they were not suing you at first. They were threatening a lien, but now they're going straight to court. Now, Ted, with K&H Home Solutions, you have nothing to do with this, but I want to ask you as an expert, as a business owner, thank goodness you guys don't have any of this happening, but you don't have to lien a property, do you? You don't have to.
You don't have to, but...
You can go straight to court.
Yeah. Yeah, you can go straight to court. You can go ahead and...
just collect.
Yeah. I mean, it's more costly to go that route. So.
Right. Because usually if you put a lien on there, they can't sell it or refi.
Right. You're just bidding against time that something's going to happen that's going to cause them to clear it
These people must feel pretty strong. They went straight to court. Now, here's the deal. I guess you can sympathize as a company not getting paid, but at the same time, she's claiming it wasn't all done.
But on the other hand, they made a partial payment.
Yeah, and they showed some sincerity.
That shows some good faith, yeah.
Yeah. Well, in any case, here's what happened. We wanted to send out people. We sent out Genesis Total Exteriors. Mark Szymanski's a good guy, and he does a lot of similar things to you, but he does bathrooms and basements and kitchens and all of that. He's a good contractor. We send you out on a lot of jobs. We sent you out on one recently. We sent Mark Szymanski at Genesis out to look at this. And then we sent Steve the painter. Steve the painter is a painter. We wanted to know because Joan was saying not only did they not do all of it, but some of it would have to be redone. Is that right, Joan?
That's correct.
What did they say?
Well,
in a nutshell,
he gave me an estimate of $8,800 just for the paint and the fence.
That's to fix what they did.
Right.
And what did Genesis say?
I haven't heard from them yet.
Okay, we're going to try to get them on the air because you're going to need this information now for this lawsuit. And I want to say something to you. Joan, many people have lost sitting on their information thinking they're right. If you don't go to court, you automatically lose. This is where it becomes a real headache because it can cost you just to be right. But we may have a shortcut. Hang on. I'm Tom Martino.
That sounds like that was too big to be in small claims court.
Yes, too big and small. It was like 14,000, but they also put in their contract lawyers' fees and all that.
Yeah, of course, that's what we do. It is surprising.
Now, so Genesis, just see if we can get them.
I've also been talking to this woman, remember, who had her basement dug up because of a pipe, and they dug it up without having a locator.
Or is this the one where they dug up the wrong place based on the other company's recommendation? Yes. What happened?
Well, she has all this documentation, and he's suing her. He won't come on the air.
What documentation does
she has? All sorts of.
I want to get her on for another.
Okay.
I do. That's a good one.
Okay, I'll tell her.
In fact, I want to get the big board up here.
Okay.
To follow up.
A block of people in the neighborhood. That's, you know how they put all that. And apparently what
I'll give it to Daphne when she...
Dan, out of the way. Rocky's Auto, 63rd and Federal. You know, I tell you, when I say a company is good and you can trust them, you take me at my word and then you let me know. And I've gotten glowing feedback about Rocky's, 63rd and Federal. What does Rocky's do? They sell used cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans. What they do is a little different than anyone else, okay? They clearly mark each and every car on that lot so you know how much it is. That's what it is. Now, they might have specials and buy it here prices, but the bottom line is you know what the price is on that car. They also have monthly payments posted because they've already talked to lenders, and they can get you that loan and arrange all of the financing. Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, Saturdays, 9 to 6. Now, their website, RockiesAutos.com, lists a lot of the cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans, but they don't list prices on the website. You have to go to 63rd and Federal. No funny business, just straight good deals. 303-426-4646.
Are you embarrassed by your smile? Dr. Barrett's with Barrett's Dental here to tell you it doesn't have to be that way. My team and I go above and beyond, taking the time to ensure you feel safe.
Do you know what Joan's last name is?
It's on the...
Because I'm going to have to call.
All-Star Roofing? I can give...
George is not answering.
Here, I'll get it. It's Jones Schiller. And I'm going to call here.
What's going on, guys? We can't get somebody.
I'll try to call All-Star.
I'm going to see if they can find out who went out.
We can solve your problems no matter how complex.
So anyway, I'm sitting in church on Christmas,
Free consultation. We'll take
thinking,
great care of you.
okay,
If you're looking for a safe place for
thinking, and
All-Star Roofing?
I had gotten one.
Yeah, I tried calling them before and they wouldn't come on.
But they said if it don't clear up, if it doesn't clear, we need to look deeper. So I read on the internet where it could be neurological and MS, it could be a stroke. So I'm sitting in church listening to this talk.
SCHIL.
And I start imagining I'm feeling my jaws feeling stiff, or I swear to God, I get so scared. Well, I went to another doctor who did like a 2-hour exam and absolutely verified. In fact, he's going to take it out if it doesn't. It's amazing how I keep saying how something can just affect you. Now that I know it's not important, I still can't. I just. Oh, so then I thought, if people are obsessing on something, I'll bet you that people can make themselves sick. I said to some people, what if a doctor said they found a brain tumor and you're going to start feeling symptoms and feeling. I'll bet you, even if it wasn't there, something would happen. Now, I don't think a tumor would happen, but I think you would start feeling really strange. Don't you think, or not?
Well, your mind does amazing things to you. So you're going to have the surgery?
Oh, I have to wait 30 days, otherwise insurance won't pay. You have to wait 30 days. Because if it doesn't go away, then they figure, okay, they'll suck it out. And I guess you don't need the fluid in your eye. They suck it out, and then it fills up with clean fluid.
And it's not a detached retina type thing?
No, that they checked immediately, because that, it has almost the same symptoms.
Right.
But it's so minor, the gel thing. He even said that some people live with it. I can't even imagine that.
Well, it depends on, if it's spots in front of your eyes, then, you get used to that.
Some have black spots.
Yeah.
Mine has clouds.
Yeah.
But
especially if the clouds over to where you can't really see, that's
from one eye.
Yeah. I did a face plant ski with Bernie a couple of years ago, about 4 years ago now.
Yeah.
And I came out from that and started seeing spots.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was that caused by?
Same type of thing.
Weird.
But it went away?
You know what, if I focus on the spots, I can see them. But for the most part, I just...
Well, I think everybody has floaters, though.
Yeah, everyone does.
Yeah.
And a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that they're lens things.
Right.
If you get, even if you have, I have new lenses because I did that clear lens exchange. I didn't realize things behind the eye can show up in your eye. I only thought the lens could. I thought everything else was neurological. So when people talked about floaters, I thought they meant cataracts, but they're not cataracts. Those spots you're seeing could be on your lens. They could be behind the eye. It doesn't matter. It could have knocked some gel loose. It could have. But it's weird though because.
His message, but I forgot the back.
Hi, Tom Martino. I have to remind you about realcbdthatworks.com. There is such a giant industry right now with CBD products. Everybody's wondering. I'm going to take all the mystery out, okay? Let me just say this. CBD oil, that's what everyone wants to get out of the cannabis plant. CBD oil, whether it has THC or not, and even with THC, it's such a minute amount, won't get you high. But let me just say this. It works. No matter where you get it. The problem is most companies don't extract it properly or have enough. Just like with stem cells, if you don't get the right stuff, it won't work. But when you do, it's pretty good stuff. With CBD, it absolutely works, but you have to have a company that extracts it and has the purest form, and you can rely on their dosages. And that's what you get with Panacea Life Sciences. So CBD is wonderful. Now, by the way, even when you get great CBD, different people have different receptors. Some are more receptive to it than others, just like people who have, with anything. Some people, painkillers knock them out, others that doesn't affect them that much. Same with CBD. Now, CBD is wonderful stuff. It'll never make you high. It helps for anxiety or pain, and they have sleep formulas. Real CBD that works.com. Okay, so here's what's going on. Cynthia withheld money. She thinks they did a bad job. Joan withheld money. I'm looking at the wrong line. She withheld money, and now she's being sued. She is going to have to go to court to tell the judge and use this as evidence. In fact, she probably needs to get an attorney and have these guys as expert witnesses. You're going to claim, Joan, that you should not pay for what has to be redone or corrected. The problem is it's now in court. If you get a good attorney, what a good attorney will do is answer this in a very simple way, denying that you owe the money, but then try to call the other side, and they will try to get the other side to negotiate out of court. That's going to be the thing. But, Joan, unfortunately, this is not going to be a simple phone call anymore. You need to be represented. Daft, did you have something?
Yeah, so I was talking to Genesis, and they are actually in a meeting, and Connor is talking to them about Joan's situation, and then he's going to call me on the back line when they finish this meeting.
But suffice it to say that our experts found some validity to your complaints, right? Didn't Steve the painter say, hey, this is a bad job? Yeah. Okay, but you're going to have to now present your case. It's not automatic.
Tom, I just left. Oh,
yes.
Tom, I just left a message with them on their answer machine to please call us at the back line.
Who?
All Star Painting.
Oh, you called the actual company doing the suing.
Right.
And I've tried calling them several times and haven't been able to get them.
Yeah, so I just left a message, gave them the back line number to call us.
Now, they did do some stuff right. She's not alleging they did the whole job wrong, and they didn't walk off the job. So basically, she's not claiming she got zero value, Dan.
It's just that Genesis said that the roof, there are some things wrong with the roof also.
Oh, well, okay, maybe so. But, Joan, are you going to allege you don't owe any money and you should get your money back?
No, I don't want what I already paid them. I just don't think I owe them any more.
What did Genesis tell you what it would take to fix the roof?
Not yet.
All right. Let's just put this on hold until we hear. But people, listen, it's best to take care of this before it goes to court. More and more companies are starting to go to court, though. They're starting to go to court.
Hey, Joan, I got a question on that. They said they tried to get a hold of you, that they were going to do an attempt to lien in November. Did they ever do that?
Well, she did get an intent to lien, I thought, no?
No, she said she never got anything.
All right. Here's the bottom line. Doesn't matter, because right now it's in court. That's all that matters right now. You have 21 days to answer this, or you get a default judgment against you, or you could, most likely. Steve, what's happening, Steve? Welcome to the show. What's going on? Are you there? I guess Steve is. Let's see if Steve is there. He had questions on HOA dues. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. I also want to tell you that I'm going to have you segments. If you call up and you just want to unload, you can do it. Seriously. We want to mimic your Twitter account on radio. You can even, listen, you can even have a name. We'll keep track of it. And on your name, you'll have, you can call back and use the same handle or your first name or whatever you want to do. In fact, you can use your Twitter name or your Instagram name. So when people hear you, they can refer, if they like what you say, they can go and see it on Twitter or on Instagram and see more of your ramblings. Now, I'm trying to take radio into the 21st century, and in addition to solving problems and answering questions, we want you to let us know what's bothering you, because a lot of times things that bug you turn out to be society changers. You know, fees when it comes to trading on accounts bugged a lot of people. Now you have these trading houses going fee-free. Can you believe it? What's the game there, Dan? Why do you think they're not charging for fees?
They want customers.
They want customers for what?
Charles Schwab started it.
I understand, but what do they hope to gain? If you keep your money there and make trades free of charge, where are they going to make money even with more customers?
They got funds, that
you want to invest in. Okay, so they want you to invest in some of their funds,
sure,
and then possibly sign up for additional services.
Absolutely.
Okay, see, that changed things. So did bank fees. Now, we're drifting back to a lot of bank fees, but consumers for a long time complained about bank fees, and banks started offering more and more services for no fees. Cynthia, what's going on with you? Hello, Cynthia.
Hello there.
What's happening?
Oh, my goodness. My husband and I were on vacation, traveling through Colorado. We were going to stop for 4 days to visit family and friends.
Okay.
On November 18th.
Okay.
We had just arrived in Colorado, and we were involved in a pretty terrifying accident. My husband was having a medical crisis, and we were entering I-25. We were sideswiped by a semi-truck.
Now, tell me about this medical crisis. Did this have anything to do with him getting into the accident? Was he driving or were you?
Yes, he was driving, and it did have everything to do with us.
Well,
getting
hold
in the
on now.
accident.
Okay, this is. You tell me this. If you tell your insurance company this, I just want people to know something. You could have a major problem with coverage if your insurance company got wind that a medical problem caused it.
Because of what's happening, it'll be my former insurance company.
Okay, well, what I'm saying is medical problems sometimes exclude coverage because of it. Now, hold on. I'm going to come to you and give you more time right after this.
Now, impact traffic.
Travel across the highways to Mile High City in pretty good shape on this
Should give her Mark Krenak for the lawyer? Or
Yes, and she better do something quickly.
Yeah, I agree.
How many days do you have left?
She got served after the new year, so it's 21 days. I believe the way it works, 21 days prior to getting served there.
That's the 13th now, so.
Yeah.
And I want to say something about that. Again, we're going to revisit it with Genesis, so I'll say it then.
Okay.
I wanted to bring up a point, and that is she should have been proactive, not been the defendant. Being the defendant puts you...
That's a good point. That's a real good point.
She should have sued them.
She could always counterclaim.
Yeah, but...
Bundle home and auto with Farmers Insurance, and you could save an average of 20%. Seen it? Covered it? Bundled it. Call 1-800-FARMERS to get a quote today.
Besides the roof?
Okay, guys, we're going to be doing a spot here quickly. Right, just now. Buy and Build. I've used this company many, many times for wholesale products. No, below wholesale products. I have an announcement. Not only do they have a new location, but they have a slightly new name, Buy and Build Kitchen and Bath, and new operations, meaning they'll also do installations and assembly of cabinets. You'll get low prices on both. Below wholesale on all materials, cabinets, vanities, granite, tile, hardwood, plumbing, electrical, plus installation, buyandbuild.net.
I'll show you everything they did here. And they screwed her. They wrote it up to screw her. So this is what she thought they were going to do, everything, the gutters and everything. But when he gave her all this, gutters weren't included. The windows, they did windows, all but one. Roof, paint on there, and also the fence.
Okay, guys, again, really quickly, sorry. You know, one of my main functions in marketing is to get you through the static. And there are so many companies bragging about search engine optimization and digital marketing and pay per click, blah, 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 and they don't know anything. I have tried so many, and I'll tell you, the one that I am using right now, and I'm getting great results, getfoundfast.com, no BS, real results, getfoundfast.com, 303-952-4900.
Continue to drop. Have you taken advantage, or are you still waiting?
And like I say, he didn't go as far as what the insurance. If you look at the whole thing,
So she had a roof clean, painting
yes,
on the windows.
and they contracted it out there.
We are locally owned and operated.
They subcontracted out to somebody else.
At least for painting they did. I'm not sure about the windows. Yeah. This lady, when she got served on a Friday. I talked to her on Monday. She hadn't even opened up her serving.
You know, if you explain to the caller, it might be a little while, but we'll definitely get to them. Please hang on. Okay.
She says, I'm one of those persons that puts my head in the sand. That's what she told me.
Money.
Yes. But this is not a good company. This All-Star Roofing is not.
I don't think I've heard of them before.
They're out in Aurora. So I gotta call her and get Mark Krenek's number. But they got out there and they probably did a half a dozen at least houses, and, and she got them just because there were signs in the yard.
Of course. So, How about the neighbors? Have they?
They said they're not happy, but no one. I think everybody paid but her. I'm not sure about that. And I told her she needs to get with her neighbors and stuff. And he says, "Oh, all my neighbors are very passive." Well,
You know, we went out and looked at a job that a roofing company did, a siding job, and they just butchered it.
oh, we've seen that. We've seen that.
So, you know, you get these roofing companies say, oh, we can do this, oh,
Yep.
we can do that.
Yep.
Yeah, they try.
Yep. That's no. We've seen that over and over again. And they'll either try to do it or they'll sub it out.
Right.
But let me tell you, they really did screw her. They really did. No doubt. And if you look at these contracts, it's like, of course, who reads the fine print there, right?
Well, the one that we looked at, they didn't even have a reasonable contract.
And so this one was a year and a half ago where they started and they didn't finish up just till July.
Access to the best opportunities the investment world has to offer. Then we can protect the 90,000 hours you and the average American has spent contributing to their 401ks. This is
Got a little frog in your throat, Doc.
Yeah, a little bit. So this is really complicated. She,
Deputy Doc, that one you want to follow up. Whenever you get her,
I gave it to Daphne.
Okay.
So she,
Ted,
once a year, she hires Sue of You.
what
Oh, sorry.
kind of stuff do you want to
She hired Sue of You
our normal
to
window
clean her
promotion
driveway,
is-
Yeah,
to
no.
clean up pipes.
So in
Okay, she does that
buy
once a
two,
year.
get one?
When they did it,
It's buy one, get
It's
one.
they
buy one,
she,
get one,
she
you buy
decided
three
to
or
have
more.
them come back,
And then
I was
and they
we're
told
also
there was a
doing
leak
25%
somewhere.
off of
So she
Right.
called up
doors
this
and
guy,
siding, but
What we want to do is an extra 10%
Castillo.
on
For your
on doors and
and
siding.
he dug.
So
It
it goes
wasn't
up to
marked.
30%.
This is in by the dryer, washer dryer. Yeah, I remember this one.
So it wasn't marked, but he dug anyway, and she's pissed.
Right.
And said you shouldn't have dug, and now he's billing her
For your listeners, they gotta
$1,500.
mention you.
That's cheap.
Yeah.
She got cheap.
Well, he didn't do anything. He just dug and said we can't find the leak.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Many problems come through here where contractors have done work, but people don't want to pay the whole thing, or they don't want to pay any of it because they think they've been done wrong. You should be proactive on these things. You don't make a payment and then refuse to pay and sit there. You need to be proactive. You need to take the matter into your own hands so you don't become the defendant. Now, if you pay partial and wait to be sued, well, that's one way to do it, but it's a little more complicated. You should at least consult an attorney and be ready to be sued. Because right now, Cynthia has to scramble to get an attorney and to defend herself and to gather evidence and all of that. You gather your evidence right up front. If you don't think someone did a job properly, you need to get an expert out there, even if it costs you money, to document it. You can't just not pay. So, any problems, questions, or complaints, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. We're going to update and continue that update on Mike losing his kids. We deal with all kinds of issues here. Where's the woman that was out of town? Oh, she's still there. Good. I'm sorry. I was talking about the other woman. Cynthia's still here. Cynthia, I want to go to you now. You were on vacation. You were coming through Colorado on November 18th. Your husband had a medical problem. What was the medical problem?
He was experiencing 2 brain bleeds.
Oh, geez.
Yes.
Okay. And what happened? Was he on his way to a hospital?
No, we weren't aware that this was happening.
Was he having any symptoms?
Yeah, well, yeah, he was having. He was acting strange. And,
Okay, and he was driving, acting strange. You were in the car with him. You say you were merging onto I-25, and what happened?
He drifted over into the traffic lane from the ramp, and we were sideswiped by a semi-truck.
Now, here's another interesting thing. Your insurance won't pay the other party if your husband experienced a medical trauma and that caused the accident. And those people, they're going to try to come after you, but technically there is no negligence with a medical trauma. Unless somebody had a history of seizures or a history of something and drove, they could say you were negligent for driving. We've had people who experience heart attacks and other major problems and killed other people and ruined other people's property and cars, and they were not held liable because it was a medical emergency. Negligence is not a medical emergency is not normally negligent. So let's get to your story. You're merging, you sideswiped. What happened then?
Well, I called 911, sent my husband to the hospital, dealt with getting the RV off the interstate, drove our truck and pulling the RV that we had behind us off the interstate to a car park. The police took me to the hospital. I spent some time with my husband, and then a family friend came and got me.
What's going on now? What's going on now?
Well, what's going on now is I had called the insurance company about getting our truck fixed.
Who was your insurance? Who was your insurance company at the time, or who is it?
It's Progressive.
Okay.
I asked that the truck be fixed at a Ford body shop. The Progressive man said he didn't think there was a Ford body shop, but I was welcome to call.
Now, what kind of RV is it?
Okay, well, the RV is a trailer. It sustained a tiny bit of damage.
Oh, okay. You're talking about your Ford truck, right?
Right. Our 2015 Ford F-250.
And why did you want a Ford dealer?
Well, I wanted a Ford body shop because we deal with Ford a lot. We've owned it in 41 years. We've owned.
Okay. So anyway, where did your truck end up?
It ended up at a body shop in Longmont that was recommended by both the insurance and the Ford dealer.
Okay. What's the name of it?
It's Caliber Collision.
What's the problem? Let's get to that part. What's the problem?
Well, the problem is we took the truck, or I took the truck to the body shop on November. I believe it was November 20th, and they said 3 to 5 weeks to fix it, which we can live with.
Is it fixed yet?
No. They called me a week later and said that one of the most crucial, in fact, the most crucial part is on national back order from Ford with no estimated time of delivery.
What is the part?
It's a right or left front fender support.
My God. So wait a minute, your truck is still out of commission. Is your company giving you a rental?
We didn't have a rental.
All right, hold on. I need to find out some other stuff going on, and then we'll try to help. I'm Tom Martino. We have open lines at 303-713-TALK. If you've been hurt in an automobile accident or in any other way and you're wondering, is this what I have to look forward to? Missing work, pain, missing vacations, not being able to do stuff around the house, and who pays? John Fuller is someone you should talk to. Free of charge, complimentary. If he takes the case, it's only payable if he wins, and it's a small percentage of what he collects. Why should you be the one to suffer? 303-597-4500. 597-4500 on my referral list at referralist.com. Brent Ivinson, Ideal Home Loans. Talk about how you can help home buyers.
Our Ideal Home Purchase Plan that is an all-encompassing roadmap to buying your next home. It's our 3-week closing guarantee where we underwrite and approve your loan up front. Our home buyer scouting report where you search for your next home so that when we find the house that works for you, you can close and close quickly without overpaying.
IdealHomeLoans.com, 303-867-7000. Equal Opportunity Lender regulated by DORA, NMLS 136756. For terms and conditions, call 844-45-IDEAL.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver.
ABC News, I'm David Wright. 3 weeks from the Iowa caucuses, and another Democrat is calling it quits on the campaign trail. Today, Senator Cory Booker announced an end...
Yeah. So I did talk with them.
With who?
All-Star Roofing.
Oh, good. They did call back.
Yeah. He
Good.
called back on line 12. I don't know what.
Oh, because I had, that's who I called on originally.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I gave him the other number.
So, I told, I'll have to talk to Joan. And
Yeah, I don't know anything about this. This must have been
this
when I wasn't here.
But yeah. It's going to end up going to court and stuff. And I told her, I says about this, is you got to give them a chance to fix this. You know, she didn't want them out there again.
But that's always, so if you have somebody who you think did a shitty job, and they offer to come back and fix it, you have to give them an opportunity to come back and fix it?
Well, like I say, it depends. The court likes, if it goes to court, the court wants to see that they, because everybody has issues, right?
Right.
You know, that you can come out there to rectify them.
Yeah.
So if you don't, now, if there's something like they're dangerous or, you know, whatever, you know, but you pretty much have to
give them an opportunity.
Or the court's going to say that. Why didn't you allow them to come back and fix it?
Right.
You know, now what he's saying, and like say, looking at his contract and everything, wow, he did this all, he screwed her. He did. All-Star Roofing screwed her.
Okay.
No doubt. No doubt. Because the insurance pay, and I know she's an older lady, even though she's still working, you know, she thought she would give them the all the insurance and then she would do the gutters and whatever. Well, he didn't put that, and I told her that. So she says, well, what about my gutters and stuff? And I told her she didn't put it down that he did the gutters, even though she thought he was going to get the gutters. But
you know, it's so true. If you just, half of this stuff would be eliminated if people would read what they're signing.
Yeah. And then you look at all this stuff back here.
You got it. You got to be really careful with contracts.
Yeah.
Except with K&H, because they're honest about their contract.
They're
on their contract.
The contracts have actually gotten a little bit lengthier, but I mean, everyone at K&H is just so kind-hearted, and like even if you know,
you guys
no
are
matter
really good
what,
about
we're gonna help.
Yeah, right, exactly. No, I
unless you're off your rocker.
Right. And that's what
we've done all we can do.
And that's all. As far as being on referral list, we always go to them, and we don't want it to come out that they didn't. So everybody has. We had one that wasn't going to do. I can't remember the name, but they ended up coming back because they threatened. Tom and Mark both says, you can get off there. He says, I'm going to make it. I'm going to come on and say everything. Because they didn't want to do anything.
Well,
and they ended up coming.
No, Ted's always been super transparent.
Oh, Ted's real good.
Yeah. I mean, I've only been there for, what, 3.5 months, but still.
But what on this one here, and this is where she's trying to get it all done without paying her deductible, which was $4,500. So
you're always gonna.
Yeah. So it's.
Nothing's ever black and white.
But what's kind of funny is she got served on Friday.
Yeah.
And I talked to her Monday. No.
Oh, okay.
Before. And she hadn't even opened up what she got served with. She didn't even know what it was that she got served.
Oh God, girl! If you get served, you open it and you get on.
Absolutely. But that's the way she's under the impression everything will just go away and heal itself. Well,
ooh, no.
That Joan, yeah.
That's a very expensive way to think.
Yes, it is.
No.
Bad things always go away, right?
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Let's say told us in medical school. The first day they told us was never say whoops. That was day one. The second thing they taught us on day 2 was if it goes away, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Bad things don't go away.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what they told us on day 3.
Yeah.
That's all.
You got through day 1 and 2.
Hey, you'll have to stay tuned for that. It's like a teaser.
All day. That's all you learn on day 1. Is don't say oops.
Was it good news stays and bad
news?
news
Man. What'd you pay for it? Because back then it was cheap.
Was it good news stays and bad news refuses to leave?
Yeah.
I'll never forget. So the first day we're there, the professor says, okay, you know in all those movies when they say look to your left and look to your right? He says, I want you to look to your left and look to your right. He said, in the military they say one of you won't be there. He said, I expect all 3 of you to be there or else.
Yeah.
Hey, I did talk to the owner of All-Star Roofing. He didn't want to come on.
Because of court.
And he says, he
Let
says
the court handle
he would take care of her painting. And I told her that. I said, you got to give them a chance if they're willing to do it.
That we should talk about then, okay? But can you bug Genesis just one more time and just say, oh, he's on. Sorry. Oh, Jeremy is good. Jeremy's on. That's good.
I don't think they're a good company, All-Star Roofing, just from what they had said.
I called Compass on last Thursday for a review.
What's their address? All-Star.
That's the owner.
And Tom, real quick, Genesis is actually in a meeting about her account.
Why would they be in a meeting about it?
Because he said there were so many weird things.
I need someone to break away, though, to at least...
I gave him the backline number to call, and then I'll call Joe.
Well, I would say even if you're not done with the meeting, we need at least, just you went there, just give us an idea.
He promised me he will call before. He's kind of new, and he got nervous about it. He wants to talk to them about it. But he promised
you know
to
what
call
he said?
before
His big thing is that we got an A+ on our
on the
BBB.
back line.
I told him, BBB means nothing. All you have to do is reply to any of your comments.
Is that what the BBB is?
I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere. If you have a phone, you have access to this show. If you have email, you have access to this show. And this is the only place where you can unload. You can just unload. You got a problem, question, or complaint, we will address it where no other show will. There's no other place to call to find out, do other people have this problem? Now, you know on the internet, there are all kinds of discussion forums. If you have a product, you go to that product page, you go to the support, they usually have forums. Forums are a wonderful thing. This is the ultimate forum. We can help you. We can discuss problems, questions, and complaints. And I'm also instituting our social media me segment. If you want a me segment, you just call, and I will let you basically do your posting, your Twitter, your tweet, or your Instagram without photo. In fact, you send us a photo, we'll even put up your photo on our live feed. So you can have your handle and your tweet or your Instagram post on radio, and you can call back and do it, and the better you get at it, the more you can do it. I'm opening up the Troubleshooter radio show to social radio. Now, I have been at the forefront of so many things you won't believe, like the referral list was way before Angie's, way before Home Advisor, way before Team Logan, way before anybody, 30 years ago. I am now introducing social radio, and I predict there will be a time when you tune in a radio station, it'll be automated, and people will be calling, and they will have their own segments. They register, they call in. Now remember this day, because it's going to come. And then people will have a handle they use, and they have to access online or with a phone. And then once they get into the radio allows them to have airtime, and they might have a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and it will be social radio. Yep, social radio. It will happen on broadcast airwaves. And I'm going to introduce the first segments of its kind. Now, like anything new, it's going to take a while for people to get used to it, saying, what do? I call up radio, give my handle, and give a tweet? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And then we'll replay it now and then until people get used to it and we get more. Now, I'm not going to do the whole show like this. I'm just introducing the concept. And again, it's so far ahead of its time, I don't expect a lot of people to know what to do right away. This hour, this show brought to you by RealCBDThatWorks.com. CBD oil comes in many forms. They can put it in chewables, in gels, gel form, like a gel cap you take, or a pill, whatever. It really works for pain, anxiety, and sleep. Now, there's a reason I'm mentioning this. They are a sponsor, and I truly believe in their products, and I use them. But there's a reason. Because I said CBD works no matter who you get it from. That's true. If you had pure CBD oil here and pure CBD oil there, they would work. It's how they do it that counts, or if they even do it. And with RealCBDThatWorks.com, Panacea Life Sciences, I trust them, I know them, and their pharmaceutical dosages and their lab in Golden proves it's pure, and you get what they say. RealCBDThatWorks.com. Now, why do I mention that? Because let's take, for example, glass. Everyone agrees that double pane glass is better than single pane glass. and that there's low-E heat mirror, there's low-E coatings, there are gas-filled, there's all kinds of stuff you can do with glass. It works. But then you have brands that get in the way, right? Brands. We were having a discussion at the coffee fountain, the coffee machine, like the water fountain, the coffee machine. And Liz asked me about a certain therapy for sweating, for sauna. And I said a sauna is a sauna is a sauna. Deputy Doc, if your body gets to a certain temperature and sweats, it will secrete certain impurities. That's why saunas, whether it's a dry or a steam room, when you sweat, there's a certain benefit. I'm not even going to try to tell you what the benefit is, but let's say there's an alleged benefit, right?
Right. When
Saunas.
you sweat, you sweat.
Yeah. Now, what about infrared saunas? Do you sweat different things? Somebody's trying to say, well, when you do it this way, you secrete more impurities than if you do it that way.
When you sweat, you sweat.
Period. That's the point. So the result is sweat, just like the result is CBD oil or glass or a window. But it is how you get there that counts. For example, if you don't sweat, you don't sweat. So if someone tries to tell you sweating in a wet sauna or in a dry sauna or in a sauna with rocks or a sauna with infrared or a sauna with electrical heat elements, all of these different saunas will produce different results, they're wrong.
Bogus. Totally bogus.
If you're hot and you get hot and sweat, your body will do the same physiological change whether you are sweating with hot rocks or infrared. Now, to a certain extent, I don't want to get into the medical use of infrared, but if infrared is directed at the skin, it'll increase circulation in certain areas. That's like a different therapy, just like sound therapy, ultrasound. I don't want to get into the medical stuff. But what I'm saying is like, for example, anything that people do, like stem cells. Stem cells are either going to work or not. They don't always work, but they sometimes work. But it doesn't matter it doesn't matter if it's a real living stem cell. The problem is the technique or methodology. Some people use amniotic fluid that's been through shipping where the cells die. It's not going to be effective. Other people inject without imagery, so it won't go where it's supposed to. Others believe systemic stem cells, just injected in an IV, go all through your body and pick the place where you need it. Wrong. Stem cell therapy will work, no matter where you get it, if you get true living stem cells. So you see, there's a big disconnect in our society. You have Orange Theory telling you that they are better than, pick another one, Peloton. Or Peloton is saying they're better than this. But it's aerobic. Aerobic is aerobic is aerobic. They brand it and try to convince you that the way you do aerobic with them is different than how you do aerobic with someone else. 20 minutes of aerobic, Deputy Doc, is 20 minutes of aerobic.
However,
go ahead.
What the difference is that I agree with you that 20 minutes of aerobic is 20 minutes of aerobic. But the different devices also have some mechanical benefits.
Or disadvantages. Right.
And
like running is, the body is not meant to run. Runners, it's meant to sprint, but runners will have terrible orthopedic injuries later in life. Swimmers do not. Exactly. So, you're right. The mechanical aspects are totally that's right. But the aerobic part of it's aerobic.
Aerobic is aerobic.
Now, if you do the aerobic on a cycle, and or you do it running, or you do it swimming, as Deputy Doc says, the difference will be the concussion on your body, not the aerobic part of it.
But you're also, different aerobics are working on different muscle groups, so you'll have...
Oh, that's true, too. That's true, too. You can target areas of your body. Absolutely.
But that's a mechanical aspect of it.
That's but the point I'm trying to make is, in marketing, I want to simplify things for you. Everything that I talk about is good. It's how it's done. For example, when I'm talking about windows, Any double pane, well-insulated window that doesn't transfer heat from or a cold from inside to out or outside to in, that is built sturdy, is good.
Basically, that's true, but you got to talk about the installation side of it as well.
Exactly, and also the construction. Yeah. If the rails fail after a few years, like wood, or they warp, or they're vinyl, or they're steel, the point I'm making is
the glass is
look past the function. Functionality is going to be functionality, and it's who achieves the functionality the best. Who gets you the stem cells? Who gets you the best window? Who gets you the CBD?
The best example is generic drugs.
Yeah.
If you take a generic drug that is the same chemical formula as a brand name drug, it's just going to have the same exact effect.
Now, I know that brands try to differentiate themselves. Of course they do. But like Jeremy with Compass Insurance Group, he's going to come on to answer a question. If you buy Safeco insurance through them or Safeco insurance from someone else, it'll be the exact coverage. What is the difference? It's their technique and methodology. They help you with claims. They walk you through the process. They automatically shop for you. So if those premiums start creeping up, they'll find another carrier. You see, people, I want to take the mystery out of it, okay? So that's the way it is. When I say realcbdthatworks.com, it's because they are the ones I trust to deliver that. So whatever is on your mind will help. Now, Cynthia has a very interesting problem. I will get right back to it. A medical emergency caused an accident. Her insurance is covering it. But what happens when a part can't be found? And then what happens with insurance with medical emergencies in the future? I want people to know this. Also, Roger, he wants to talk about historic homes and qualifying for registries. I want to know what's on your mind. All you have to do is call and help me launch the new concept of social radio. With your handle, whatever your username is, you can use your Instagram or Twitter, and we will mirror it here and replay it now and then in the segment I call the Me segment on radio coming up. Watch. I know I sound like a wild man.
This is a great idea.
There will be social. Okay.
30 seconds to rant.
Now you. Thank you.
That's great.
It will. It's going to be radio stations will be automated.
How much time are you going to give them? Let's say, come on.
I'll play it by ear in the beginning. But it's going to be good. I envision stations. Here's the problem: we have to fill in between. So I envision. DenverTrialLawyers.com. We're just talking about medical emergencies and things. You know, I've gotten calls from people who say, Tom, my dad was injured at a nursing home. Other personal injury attorneys, they don't know what to do about that. Or a product exploded. Or maybe a therapist sexually assaulted someone. They have awards for sexual misconduct, for birth injuries, for medical malpractice, for all kinds of catastrophic injuries, long or short. If you need someone for a catastrophic injury, call them. If you're not sure, call them for a consult free. DenverTrialLawyers.com.
Cynthia's bathroom was a disaster.
Technique, methodologies, that's all brands offer. The concepts. Okay, then you go one step further. If we talk about acupuncture, first, not everyone even agrees in the meridian system. I, for one, think it's a little bullshit, some of it. I mean, I know that that's going against thousands of years of Chinese medicine, but you got to buy the concept of the meridian, energy meridian system. Then, the best way to stimulate it. Is it a needle? Is it acupressure? Is it this? So there's a second hurdle in that.
Tier.
The second hurdle is believe in it to begin with. Those who do, I separate and say, okay, I'll market to you. I don't. But like with homeopathy, you gotta buy the whole concept to begin with.
As opposed
To market something. Okay, you're not just marketing something like acupuncture, but you're marketing the meridian system to begin with. I mean, if you take a sleeping pill, you're going to go to sleep. If you stimulate a meridian point, will you get the result? You know, I'm just going to be straight, man. I wish acupuncture worked. It's not so much I don't want it to work, or I'm a skeptic. I am a skeptic. I want it to work. It's the most wonderful form of medicine there would be if truly it worked. I have never had results ever from acupuncture.
But,
I want it to work.
Acupuncture is just limited to pain relief. I mean, that's the only...
I want to see, but I've never been able to get it.
But I'm saying that's the only thing that they can have any reasonable claim to.
Now,
they can't claim to cure disease or to reverse...
Well, I don't even know if there's clinical studies. I don't know, but I want to know this. I've heard it's been used for anesthetic. I want to see them fucking do some needles in me and have them be able to cut me open. That's bull. Then I'd be a firm believer.
Would you be willing to try that? Fuck no, I wouldn't.
Well, no, of course I would, because usually before they operate, or when I have local, they touch you and say, do you feel this?
But don't you think some people are more susceptible to it, or more...
Oh yeah, of course.
But do you believe...
It's like hypnosis.
But do you believe... Now, I've had results with hypnosis.
Really?
Yes, I have. I've had long-term results where I didn't even know why. I went to Lee Ridner about something, and sure as shit, here's what happens. Things start working. I go, oh, it must be that, because nothing else changed. Right. And all of a sudden I was accomplishing this task. So
I would think you would be one of the last people on earth that would be susceptible to hypnosis.
Yeah. Here's the way I did it. I'm open-minded. I want it. That's one of the things I want. Look, many people, the belief in God, they want it to be true. Who doesn't? Who wouldn't want an all-loving God that you can live forever in paradise? I mean, who doesn't want that? Who wants to live to 70 or 80, be broken down and die and have nothing? And everything they've done is, they're gone. I mean, who doesn't want that, right? I believe a lot of people want it as opposed to truly believe it. They want it.
Well, they gotta latch on to something.
Huh?
They gotta latch on to something.
Yeah, but some people don't. My
dad didn't.
Like when it comes to yoga versus Pilates versus yoga. Okay, yes, it's good for the mind. It's because you calm. It's stretching. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Stretching. If you stretch here or you stretch in a yoga studio, other than maybe a few relaxing chants and stuff, yoga is stretching. I mean, that's what it is. But no, God Almighty, you talk to some people, it is it's a
way of life.
I'm doing crouching dog or whatever the fuck. I mean,
I love the crouching dog.
There was a great thing on Netflix. This Indian guy, who was born in Cleveland, got bored. He went to India, and he's Indian. He came back and said he was a guru. He established this yoga center, and all these people thought he was a guru, and he was getting followers and all this thing. And after about a year, he called all those people in, and he came in street clothes with his head and said, I'm just a schmuck from Cleveland, and you guys all bought into this. And he said, all it proves is that if you want to do something, you can do it. You don't need somebody else.
I'm Tom Martino, you're a troubleshooter. I know I sound weird when I talk about technique and methodology versus what the result, and it's not really silly. It's all true. Like when I went out to find K&H Home Solutions for windows and siding and doors, anybody could sell those doors or make windows like that if they have the same specs. It's all the stuff around it, the service, the installation, the follow-up. I remember Stephanie at her home. We were at her home, and this is after we hooked up. After a while, we were together, and I noticed a door there had a missing seal, and I said, or it was worn out, and I said, Stephanie, who did this? And she says, K&H, but she goes, Tom, it was 20 years ago. And I said, call him. She couldn't believe it because he had a lifetime warranty or something like that. And they came out and replaced it. I mean, this is what I mean. So let's talk to Compass Insurance Group about Cynthia. First and foremost, Jeremy, I have heard insurance companies turning down claims when a medical emergency is involved. They say our client was not negligent. He had a heart attack or a seizure. Or the other party saying we're not covering you because our client had a medical emergency. How does that play into liability and all of that?
Yes, I mean, as far as insurance company covering you having a medical emergency, typically they're going to, where the issue I come across is more if they're going to charge you for it, and people get upset.
Jeremy,
if it's chargeable.
but you do know, and you have heard of this happening where, well, we've had it. Somebody called and said, my husband was severely injured. Our car was wrecked, but the other insurance won't pay because their client had a medical emergency and it wasn't negligent.
Correct. And at that point, I would advise those people to get a personal injury lawyer.
Right, of course.
To get involved. But,
of course.
Yeah, I mean, companies can, deny that liability to the other, not their client.
But if you have a company, you've never heard of somebody where they've had their company deny coverage because it was a medical emergency.
Yeah, the physical damage of the car they're driving should be covered if they had a medical emergency.
What about the medical bills of the people in the car?
The MedPay would pay that.
Okay,
but
good.
The issue is if the other party's insurance is trying to deny coverage because they think
so. Now let's get to Cynthia's problem.
Attorney.
Let's get to Cynthia's problem. She had a problem with. And I'm hoping you guys in your vast experience at Compass have come across this. Cynthia, thank goodness, no liability issues. Now, Cynthia, just curiously, though, they're taking care of the other party, right, your company?
Yeah, as
okay.
far as I know.
And they're taking care of you. Did your husband, did they take care of the emergency room? Did you have med pay and all that?
Well, yeah, we did, but my husband is a veteran, and
okay.
That's the route we went.
So the only issue remaining is you have a truck and an F-250 that went to a Longmont body shop, and it went in November.
Right, November 20th.
Now, what happens, Jeremy, when your body shop says, this is on national back order, we have no idea when this frame part's going to come in? What does she do? Can she go to her insurance and say, I don't know, what? Cynthia, what's on your mind? Are you thinking, hey, I want a new truck or I want this? What were you thinking?
I was thinking I wanted my truck back.
Yeah, but if you can't get it back, what are you thinking? Therefore, if I can't get my truck back because this part is unavailable for possibly another year, what do I do? Therefore, fill in the blank.
Therefore, I believe that since Ford can't supply the part, the onus at that point would be on Ford to either supply the part, get the truck fixed, or supply me with a truck of equal value.
Well, that would be, I would say that's not Ford's problem. That's your insurance company's problem.
Okay, well, the insurance company, we got all these different answers.
Cynthia, here's what I'm saying. I want you to, I don't think there is a bad guy in this, but Ford can't foresee that Cynthia had an accident and damaged this part. And because we don't have it, we now, as Ford, have to supply her with a car is absolute BS. I can't even get close to it. But I do believe you have coverage, and this must have happened before. Jeremy, if an insurance company wants to pay, but they can't. I mean, really, though, what happens, Jeremy? She can't drive her truck. By the way, I'm going to challenge Cynthia, and we're going to try to find that part, because I can't believe there are no salvage yards anywhere in the country that would have that frame part. I can't believe. Yeah.
May I interject there? This is where the real problem is. Ford is dictating to the body shop how that truck is to be repaired, and is telling the body shop that they cannot use a part from a salvage yard. The insurance company, and we tried, the Ford dealer did send Ford or the body shop a part, and the body shop tells me, no, we can't install it because Ford won't let us. The insurance agent said it was the wrong part. Now, so I'm getting two different answers.
But let's say, hold on, let's say this, Jeremy. Let's say Ford says you can't use it. Screw Ford. Let's say you use it. Can the insurance company say it wasn't approved by Ford, we're not paying for it? I don't think so.
Yeah, and I don't think they'd want to, because that's the cheapest out for the insurance company.
Would the insurance company, would they go so far as to say in the future we're not covering it because you used an unauthorized part?
No, I mean, if the body shop's going to use the part, I mean, people use aftermarket parts all the time. So
and salvage parts. And guess what? The factory does not recommend aftermarket, and the factory does not recommend salvage. Why? Because they want you to buy from them brand new. So if Ford says not to use that, and it's the same exact part, they have to have a way better excuse than it's not authorized. So are you telling me they have put their hands on an actual part?
Yes.
Dan or Deputy, who wants to call the body shop? Either one of you guys. Who feels comfortable? Let's call I want to talk directly to your body shop, okay? Cynthia, what is the actual part we're talking about? What's it called?
The part is, they call it a left front fender support.
Okay.
And
left front fender support. That's good. That's good enough. We're talking to you off the air for part.
I have the part number too.
Yeah, off the air. We'll talk to you for that. Now, Jeremy, have you heard of hard to find parts, and what do insurance companies usually do? I'll bet you they say, hey, this is not our problem.
Well, a lot of times, not always, a lot of times a body shop may say we can't find this part, and we typically can solve this by going to a different body shop. Not always, but a lot of the times that's another body shop has a different source to get it, and they can get it. So the parts aren't usually as hard to get as it sounds like they are. In cases where they truly are hard to find, it becomes a case-by-case basis, and, sometimes the insurance company will negotiate, depending on how close the vehicle was to being totaled.
Right.
They can change their mind and just say, you know what, based on this, we're going to go ahead and total it out. If it's obviously a small part and they're not close to being totaled, they're going to keep looking for the part.
Bottom line is it depends. And that's where an insurance broker comes in, because you guys could fight for her. That's what I'm getting at, is that Progressive is handled by Compass, but they're also handled by other companies. By the way, Compass isn't involved in this particular one. Okay, who's taking this case? I'm dying to find a part number, and I'm going to challenge the Ford people I know. She says it's not available anywhere, and it's on national back order. We'll find out. I'm Tom Martino. Jim says his neighbor's fence was put on his property, and then Roger wants to talk about a historic house. Danelle wants to talk about E470 charges. Oh, Jim hung up. Sorry, Jim hung up. So, Danelle, what's going on with E470? How much were those charges?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry, you cut out. Okay. So my fiance owned a car with his daughter on the title as well.
Yep.
And he sold that car. And he now is getting E470 charges.
On the license plate or on the transponder?
On the license plate.
All right, hold on. We'll come right back to you and more. I'm Tom Martino.
This is Denver's talk station with Ross Kaminsky in the morning.
I left my transponder on. I got charges. I sold my car. You just gotta straighten them off.
We're supposed to take them off. Can't you just contact them and say this is...
I did then after getting it, but it was like, I don't know, $8 or so.
Which kind of transponder was it? Kind of just peel out?
Yeah, the little one you put right in. Isn't that amazing they can do that? They put a little sticker in there and stuff, and they can read. Technology is so amazing.
Solid backups to 270 at this time. Weather forecast. Going to be sunny, breezy today with a high of 47. Tonight mostly.
I guess Mike went away, huh?
Tomorrow sunny, warm.
What's that? The guy with the wife that committed suicide went away.
Impact traffic and weather.
Because I did not want to continue on that realm.
Just on that Cynthia, Tom, the insurance company wanted to total it. But she thinks that they should,
Oh.
And then she...
SimplyFloorsInc.com. I give that name out with confidence that you will save money and have excellent installation and warranty follow-up. Why? Because I know him personally, Buddy and Karen, and they have committed to saving people money. They buy at the same prices as the big box stores. They're part of a chain of small independent stores. and they will pass those savings on to you. You can make your own appointment in your home, simplyfloorsinc.com. I'm sorry. I'm now looking. Please have Genesis call us. No matter what, you talk to Mark Szymanski personally and tell him I need someone. Even if they come on and say, yes, there were problems. I need a follow-up.
You guys are pretty busy right now, or is this a slow season?
We're actually, we've gone in this year up from last year.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah.
Already? This year? You only...
Gotta be the new market.
Yeah, new market.
Well, we've been on there for 2 weeks this year.
Good results.
Good.
Lots of good demo no sales too.
Good.
What?
Lots of good demo no sales.
That's why I emailed to Service Finance.
Yeah. Well, these are warm. Like, oh, how much do you pay for that? I'm like, no, either you do this or we don't do it at all. Thanks.
When you guys replace windows right now, you always foam them in, right? To pack them in versus old.
We don't always foam in because sometimes because openings aren't totally square.
Okay.
Sometimes you don't have enough room to foam in because it just gets too tight. So if there's room, we'll foam. I say we probably foam 85-90% of the time. Sometimes it's just not enough room to get the nose of the foam gun in there.
That tight.
Yeah. Try not to make them overly tight because you want room for expansion.
Sure.
But yeah.
So, remember how I needed a window from you?
Yeah.
I don't anymore.
You don't?
No, so we had to change the layout of our kitchen, and now the only place for our oven and range to go is on that wall, so we had to board it up. So, that's it now.
So what do you do? Drywall in?
Yeah. Should be done whole thing should be done in 3 weeks.
Wow. You guys moved in?
We moved in 2 weeks. But it's been dealt with little stuff by then, so.
Do you guys watch Seinfeld?
I do. I've never watched it.
Do you remember one with Babu, the restaurant owner?
Yeah.
The soup guy?
No, the restaurant owner, Babu, and he was Pakistani.
Oh, okay.
And he had that there, and then, he tried to do American food.
Yeah.
And Jerry talked to him, and they go Pakistani, and nobody would come.
Yeah.
Well, tomorrow we got a guy named Babu on.
Oh, really?
And he owns an Indian restaurant and wants to know how to get his marketing.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Tom, so here's another wrinkle on that.
You're never going to hear that name ever.
That Ford thing. The Progressive called her on Friday and said now they're totaling the car and they're going to give her $38,000 for it. And so I don't know what that does to her claim.
Good.
Does she have to accept it?
Yep. They don't have to fix it. She agrees to that with her policy. I'm going to talk to her. Thank you for that follow-up. That's good.
Yeah. You want me to get her on?
She's on. Cynthia.
Oh, no, I think. Oh, she might be online too.
Isn't that Cynthia?
Yeah, that's her online too. Yeah.
Okay.
And she does want to buy it back, but then they'll only give her $15,000, I think, to fix it, something like that.
Well, she said it costs about $19,000 to fix it, but all of a sudden on Friday they say we're just totaling it.
Well, they can. That's totally their choice.
I told her that.
Yeah, Did you know that?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for telling me.
Well, no, I didn't know you were. I thought you were just going to ask for the part.
Oh, I got the part number. Then I'm going through all of this
to
call the collision company.
I told Tom when you were out of there that they wanted to total it, But she's angry that they're only going to give her $15,000 then to fix it. They'll total the truck.
Right.
But this is an expensive truck.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, for buying and selling real estate. He is a broker. You shop around, and then you try out Frank. You ask him. He won't hold you to a long-term contract either because he's confident in all of the wonderful service they provide. Some people say they feel like the only customer. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. All right, we have a couple pending cases I want to get to. First of all, Danielle with the 470 charges, hang on. We also have Cynthia, hold on, because this is important. And we have an expert. And then, of course, Mark with Genesis Total Exteriors. We will talk to you. So right now, the customer for Genesis, it was Joan. And we don't have to get Joan back on. I can talk to Mark. Joan said she's withholding money because the job wasn't correct. Now, our home painter kind of verified that with the paint on the home. I'd like to know about the rest of the work, the roof and other stuff from Genesis. They served as our expert because they do, of course, roofing and gutters and siding and windows and fences and decks. They also do baths and kitchens and basements. So let's just talk to Mark quickly. Mark at Genesis, in a nutshell, do you think her roof is going to be passable, or are there going to be corrections needed?
No, I think it's passable. I think what's going on here is she's got clogged gutters. She's got leaves in her gutters. Those need to get cleaned out. And one of the pictures, I have not personally been there.
Yeah.
One of my
no, I understand.
But I'm looking at all the pictures he took. Like, I'm seeing like where a nail goes through a gutter, and that's one of her worst leaks there. I'm guessing it's full of leaves. That gutter may be sloped wrong also. Consequently, that's running against the house and is running stains down the house.
But they didn't do new gutters, right?
They did not do gutters.
Okay. Well, then the job that they did, according to our painter, yeah, it needs some correction for sure. And then as far as the roof, though, you don't think the roof needs to be redone, and you think the gutter is a separate problem altogether.
Well, yeah, and I think they also probably had ice damming occur here too. We've had more ice damming this year than we ever had in the last 5 or 6 years.
But that's not a result of the work being done.
No, it's not. It's
okay.
Not. The only thing I saw with the roof, it'd been nice if they would extended the ice and water shield all the way to the edge of the drip edge.
Okay.
It's on top of the drip edge, but it's not going all the way to the.
It is passable technically.
Yes.
Mark, thank you very much. Mark is a great guy. Mark Szymanski, Genesis Total Exteriors, 303-679-8509, GenesisTotalExteriors.com. By the way, we need to relate this to her. But she's withholding maybe a bit too much. Who knows? She's withholding a total of $14,000. But whatever it is, she's going to have to get with an attorney and answer this lawsuit. When you think work is not done properly, yeah, you can withhold money, but then you face the consequences. And this company is going to fight it. And Dan talked to them, and what did they say about the problem with the painting? They said they would fix it.
Yeah, yes, they did. He said that they do. If there's any problem, they always go out there. And I told her that. I says you could.
She did not give him a chance to correct it.
I think she's just so angry with him. But I don't think he offered to.
See, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. I mean, it's just not going to work. Joan, I did not realize that they offered. Joan, they offered to come back and redo the paint. They said
they did. They never offered to come back. And I told them they had done a terrible job, and they never offered to come back.
But by the way, I think we can narrow down the problems to the paint. I don't think we can say the roof.
Well, the gutters were not done, and I just
But
heard
were you charged for the gutters were not done, but were the gutters on your estimate?
Yes.
No, they're not.
Dan says they're not. Cynthia, listen, here's what we think. We think you have some problems. This is not legal advice. This is like if you were my sister. I'm going to tell you, you have some problems with the paint. And if they offer to correct it, you should let them. But I will tell you this. You cannot hold them responsible for anything with the gutters because the gutters were never on your estimate. You will lose if you go to court and you try to claim $14,000 worth of damages. You're going to lose. The roof is passable. The gutters were not included. And the paint job needs about $8,800 to fix it from one of the best painters I know. So I'm thinking you better negotiate something or give them a chance to fix it. I'm moving on. We don't even have to mark that as a follow. I mean, that's as much as we can do. Now, we need to talk about this one with, let's see, where is it? Danielle and the 470 charges. Okay, so Danielle, your husband sold the car. Now, when he sold it, who did he sell it to?
I believe it was a private party.
Okay, and
his daughter sold it.
His daughter, but both of them signed on it to sell it, right? Because if you both own it, they both have to sign to sell it. And the license plate, here's what I don't understand. Why is your license plate on that vehicle? That was your first mistake.
Yes, so that was his daughter's error, and she knows that now, because she left the license plate on the vehicle.
Right. That's right. So here's what they have to do. They have to go to 470. 470 is reasonable if you address them. And you show them the bill of sale and the transfer of the registration, and from that date forward, and then you give them the information on the new owner.
Yeah, and so he did that. He did that over the phone. I don't think that's enough because now they're coming back to him, telling him that there was a hearing December 3rd that he didn't show up to.
Well, wait a minute.
Served.
Why was there a hearing?
Right. Apparently, E470 has their own private hearing officers.
You mean for disputes, but it's not a court of law.
No, I don't believe so.
All right, hold on a second. We got to straighten this out. But basically, if they show he didn't own it and he goes through the proper process, they will remove the charges.
Impact traffic.
It's a tough drive in the high country right now. Both directions of I-70 shut down at Vail between exits 173 and 176 due to multiple spinouts and whiteout conditions in the high country drive, so just be aware of that. Also, rockfall mitigation taking place along I-70 both directions between Fall River and Idaho Springs once again today. Expect sporadic closures until about 3 this afternoon. Back in town, crews are working to clear out that center lane wreck on the eastbound side of I-70 at Havana. Solid backups to 270 at this time, so give yourself extra time if you're traveling out to the airport. The weather forecast, sunny, breezy today, a high of 47. Right now, a few clouds and 40. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner on 630 KHOW.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. With an Allstate agent, you get a local expert and help finding the best coverage for you. And because they live in your community, you can always count on them to be there when you need them most. Plus, when you bundle home and auto, you can save. So call your local Allstate agent today. Are you in good hands?
All right, I would like for you to remember this website. Go and look at this video. It's called FoamYourWalls.com. What you will see is Rocky Mountain Retro Foam in action. FoamYourWalls.com. It is a state-of-the-art injection foam that insulates your home better than anything I know of. Now, this is for homes that are already built where you think the insulation is substandard. FoamYourWalls.com. It covers every nook and cranny. Even if there's old insulation in there, it presses it out of the way. It remains pliable. It's environmentally friendly. In addition to saving up to 50% on energy bills, guess what else? You can also make your house more soundproof. It's tested up to 80% more quiet. This is better than any insulation you can do after your house is built. It's called Rocky Mountain Retro Foam. Please look at the video. FoamYourWalls.com.
Scott Hansen and Pat McLean here with Allworth Financial. And Pat and I have been business partners together for nearly 30 years. And I guess it's safe to say that we don't agree on everything.
I think that's a fair statement.
One thing we do agree upon is this. People need to do a better job preparing for retirement. If you're within 5 years of retiring, come to one of our free educational workshops the week of January 27th all around the Denver area. We'll walk you through the same retirement planning process we use with our clients. So sign up. Simply go to allworthfinancial.com.
The boot, I got early boarding on all my flights because they saw the boot.
Oh, really? What'd you fly to?
Oh, I had to go to a funeral on Sunday. My brother-in-law passed away, so I Flew to New York on Saturday and came back late last night.
Your brother?
My brother-in-law.
Okay, sorry to hear about that.
Have you ever had anything that bugged you that, like an eye or a hand or a foot or anything, that did you find yourself exercising patience? How do you deal with it?
Well, my knee, I ended up replacing it.
Did it irritate did it like put you in a bad mood sometimes? Or not?
Not generally. But I mean, I've got a wrist that,
But you overlook stuff a lot.
Yeah, you have to.
I overlook like pain, like back pain or stuff like that, just normal generalized stuff. I guess the eyesight is just weird.
From this?
Hearing.
Oh, from anything.
Yeah, I ignore it.
As a matter of fact, I'm getting my eyes tested today, and I know I've got a cataract in this eye.
Do you?
But last year when he said that you can replace it whenever you're ready, he also said, does it bother you? And I said, no. He said, then don't mess with it. So,
really?
What's that?
I suggest though, when you get them replaced one at a time, obviously. Yeah. Even if you don't have a cataract, get them both replaced because you want them even. Otherwise, that lens is yellowed. You don't even know until you get new ones. And then I would get the clear either Symphony or crystallines or one of them that focuses.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to pick near or far.
Right. Because the Symphony's the one I'm familiar with.
Good. But there's a better one now. I don't know the name of it. Stephanie's getting it on Wednesday.
Does she have cataracts?
No.
Or she just doesn't want to wear glasses?
Just like I did.
Just for the vanity part.
Just for the fun. Just for the pain in the ass part. The pain in the ass. You could do it.
Right.
You could do it. Never have glasses.
I know it is a pain in the ass. It's so pretty.
I remember fumbling for my readers, and now I have it for this one eye. But
I don't mind these because these are those infinity lenses. So I put them on. I can see.
You must be really good at it.
At what?
You're used to it.
Well, yeah, I can see 20/20 at any distance.
Yeah.
So it's really, that's why it's not.
You've gotten a lot of people don't navigate those like you.
Right.
Huh, really?
The progressive.
Oh yeah, some people if they
get
say, I don't
sick.
even want,
Oh man.
Yeah.
I wonder why, because it's like having perfect lenses.
But you know right where to look. Right. Your eye.
Maybe.
Well, of course you do.
You talking about your glasses or
my glasses?
Oh, okay.
But they're completely. They fade into the next prescription.
Right.
And he's got so used to it.
And it's seamless.
He
so
knows
I
can
read this. I can read that.
I know. And the guy who made it did an excellent job.
Yeah.
What they do is try to gauge where you're going to be looking, and man, that's good.
How much they cost you?
These are about $600. And I have a pair of Maui Jim sunglasses for golf. Same thing. They're just fantastic.
That would be great for golf. You're right.
It is.
But,
hell no, then I wouldn't have an excuse. Shit, these glasses.
I don't need an excuse. I just don't like them.
Do you got progressive lenses, Dad, or you got bifocals?
I've got this is
just readers.
Although this eye's been adjusted for seeing near.
You did buy a mono?
Oh, you had LASIK?
No, I didn't do mono. I actually didn't do that at all. But I had this one corrected with PRK.
Oh, PR.
A few years back, and
can they do your clear lens exchange with PRK? They can do your lens.
We'll find out. They should be able to.
I thought, well, maybe, yeah. They even were hesitant with me when I had LASIK on it.
Well, I had LASIK in both eyes.
Yeah, so did I. They want tissue, man. They want tissue to work.
Oh, really?
Okay. Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. Okay, listen, we have some really good news for doors and siding, a deal you're going to get from K&H. They did for us 25% off. They're doing an extra 10% for 35% off for January only, and you have to mention Martino. That's 35% off siding and entry doors. Incredible, because they have. Is that on the Everlast siding?
Yeah, that applies.
It is. Okay, you hesitate because if it's not Everlast, forget it for me.
Yep.
Everlast is one of the best products I have ever seen as far as durability. One of the best ever. And if I was building a new home, that is the only thing I would use. I wouldn't do it as retro. I would use it from a new build or to trim around brick or stucco or whatever, where siding is used. So
we've had great success with that product.
Oh my God, you can soak it in water. You make a boat out of it. Anyway, Yeah, 303-421-7100. Plus, you're running buy one window, get one free.
Correct.
And that's a real deal. You did not raise the prices.
Right.
And again, these are the guys that came back to my house after 15 years to do warranty work. And it's not because it was my house. In fact, when they called for Stephanie's house, they didn't even know I was involved at all. 303-421-7100. 303-421-7100. So, Cynthia didn't tell us one thing, and this is important. Bottom line, her truck went in. They can't find a part. They told her, oh, my goodness, this is on national back order. We don't know when you're going to get your truck. She goes, now what? Is it Ford's problem? Is it Progressive's problem? Whose problem is it? Now it turns out they want to total the truck. So, Cynthia, bottom line here, if they want to total the truck, there is a clause in every insurance policy where it is the insurance company's option to total the vehicle. The only thing you have to be clear on is you're getting a fair price.
Right.
Are you or are you not? Now, almost all the time, the client's going to say, no, it's not fair. So I don't know. You have an F4, and we can help you value that truck. What are they offering you for a total?
They are offering me $38,044.
And how many miles on that?
There's about 94,000.
And it's a 15.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know that right off the hand. I have no idea what that is or not. Have you been shopping around? If you tried to get a like truck, is it similar in price?
We look at trucks at home, and it's a bit low.
Uh-huh. Now, by the way, they have to include sales tax that you paid. Yep. They must include sales tax when they total something. So did they say...
Look at the document.
Did they say that included? It'll tell you. But here's the deal. We can help you value that truck, and we're pretty successful at getting insurance companies to come up. But it's got to be a real deal. You can't just want it to be a certain amount. It has to be what it is what it is. So I know you want to fix it. Of course, you can always buy the salvage back, but they screw you when you do that because,
Oh, no kidding. Yeah, we've already...
Well, yeah, because if they know you want the truck, they're really going to kind of take advantage of that.
And they did not include any sales tax that we paid.
Okay. Hold on, and licensing fees. All of that has to be included.
Yeah, none of that is in there.
Okay, well that's one. But have you even found trucks for $38,000?
Not that type of truck, and that's the type of truck we needed. We need a truck that big.
No, I understand, but I don't know where you're looking, but I'm looking here, and I'm finding them all day long here with even less miles. So I don't know what. I have no idea.
I want. When I bought that truck in 2018, it was a 2015. I've had the truck for a little over a year and a half. Well, about a year and a half.
Just go ahead and tell me why you should get more than anyone else in the world. Go on. Everyone has a story. Tell me. And I'm just kidding with you, by the way. Why is your truck special?
Well, it's a platinum, for one thing.
What do you mean that? The platinum style, the platinum trim.
The platinum trim.
Do you have the crew cab? Do you have the crew cab?
We have a full Super Crew cab. Yeah, 6.7 turbo diesel, 4-wheel drive.
Is it a four-door then?
Yes, it is, and it's fully loaded.
All right.
And it was in
Hold on a second.
condition.
I understand that. We will try to get a true value on this thing and help you fight the insurance company, plus more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show.
Is your garage...
Yeah, so what site do you go to?
Okay, so let's try to find this, guys.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Can you try to find this vehicle for me, guys?
Well,
she said it was the
Ford 250 trim.
F250 Super
Platinum.
You found platinum? I didn't see platinum.
I found a platinum and body style. Truck cab size. It's the crew. 4-wheel drive, did she say?
Yes.
I believe this
The
video
platinum.
answers every
Okay,
single
let's do it.
It's about cash value growing tax-free.
She's not gonna like it.
You can use it
I know, I don't see it.
instead of credit cards.
It's the F-250, right?
Yes, it's a diesel.
Here it is. Oh, 44,500, and that's 80,000 miles. It's a beautiful truck. 44,590 is what they're asking.
What year was hers?
2015.
2015 F-250 diesel.
It's a diesel.
Yes.
This is too. Oh man, this is a beautiful truck. Oh, it's here in town, Groove. Can you ask Groove? I'm going to give you a link. You're on Google.
I can't wait to get back on the campaign trail and campaign as hard as I can for whoever is the eventual nominee and for candidates up and down.
Hit this link.
I don't see the platinum. Oh wait.
It is a platinum.
I can't find it anywhere in Kelly Blue Book.
Hit that link. Then call them on Arapahoe Road and say, look, this is not confrontational. This is a promo call. We want to know. She's getting 38 grand for hers with 94,000 miles. Basically the same as that truck. Is she being screwed, or can you come down closer for her to replace that? This is a beautiful truck.
What you're looking at is a 20 or a 19?
Oh, it's a 15.
Oh, wow. 44?
Listen, man, 44.5.
Oh.
But they're expensive.
I thought 38
she has the platinum
they were
4-door.
They were offering at 38.
Huh?
She's got a little more mileage. Kelly Blue Book is not that high.
No, how much?
Maybe I'm doing something wrong here. It's
great significance because it allows priests to focus on their duties. Francis has moved away from defending
come on,
see, what would 38,000? What do you think sales tax is? Is 5%? What is sales tax? 6%?
So what do you think, Ted?
Here's
her truck. But that's how much of a difference here?
Well, 38 and 44 is 6,000.
This is an 8-cylinder turbo. That's not a diesel, is it? Huh? That's not a diesel.
Yeah, it is right here. It's a great truck. I think that she is a little under. Well, no, she's got 100. Well, no, she's got 94. You know what? They might be paying her a little under. What did Kelly say about that? It's a diesel.
I didn't see this platinum in Kelly Blue Book.
That's a big deal.
But I put is it?
Yeah, it's a big deal. 2015.
I put an F-250 Super due to the high end of everything. So do you want to see how to do Kelly Blue?
Yeah.
So go to my car's value. My car's value.
Right.
And then I'll put.
Right. That's.
See, I get like 33.
So you want trade-in value or instant cash offer?
No, trade-in value.
Right.
So here's an F 90,000. See, look at that one there, 90,000 miles, but it doesn't have everything that she has on it.
How much?
It doesn't say. I just couldn't. Oh, that's a different one.
Under the measure, anyone under 18 years
Listen,
old
everyone thinks they're getting screwed.
It would also make it illegal.
Isn't that right?
Yeah, they do.
Well, the Oak Insurance Company's been using that wrong.
The penalty for using a phone while driving could be $300. A similar bill failed in the Senate last year.
This is gas. This is gas.
Okay, I'm looking for F. I'm looking for them cars.
Now, impact traffic.
They need the big. They pull their.
Ooh, this one is good.
What do you call it?
What are you shitting me? Wait. This
So
is
you
a
went-
platinum.
Here,
F250, yeah.
This
So
one's 37.4.
So that, yeah, that's, I didn't find that. So I did the very high end. So I put the Super Duty,
Okay.
Super Cab. You
No,
know.
this one
so
is
then,
good.
So then it goes mileage 94,000.
This only has 15,000. Hold
And it
on.
does, as
This
far
is
as
a
where you're at.
2019. Oh, it's an XLT. It's not a platinum. Not a platinum.
And then it'll
They
just walk you
just
through.
bought it, it's in transit. Oh my gosh, it's 12:04. I've got other people coming in, so we need to do a switchover.
Wait. Well, no. That fucking lockbox is
So
not that hard.
so I
I
don't
need to
see
hit
this
them a little
button.
harder. Have the
So I put
lockbox
this
come
here. This
in,
is
but they can
the
share.
highest
Oh, okay,
price.
that's
So I
fine.
put, so I
You know,
did
we
that.
can have her move into the studio.
Yeah,
Have Ted
okay,
here
perfect.
over. Have Ted
Perfect.
come over here.
And
But I want to
select
hit it a little
options.
harder because I forgot if this is
Right.
limited, we have to hit it harder.
So, he has to check with his,
Because that lockbox isn't a lot to talk
or you know
about.
what, he has to check with his,
So
car sales
yeah, and I'll
manager
just put
because
four-wheel
they
drive.
just
you know,
bought
so
it,
let's
it's
put,
in transit.
you know,
No, I understand.
So I made the offer and he
go
said,
ahead,
I'll get back to you, so I
interior.
gave him the back one.
And she didn't tell us everything. Just go navigation, hit navigate, hit all this stuff. It's, go. Put heated here. Is this your touch screen? Keyless start.
No.
Oh, it's not.
Should be a touch screen.
Go ahead, put keyless start. Put heated seats. Just put. She said it's loaded. Heated seats, cooled seats.
I'll leave the cool seats off.
Okay.
I didn't mean to kick you out. I just meant that I
Just
need.
leave it on there. Leave it on there so we know that it's it.
She was only scheduled to be here till noon anyway.
I got
Okay, then hit exterior.
I gotta get that, and today I got the out for the
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yep. Good seeing you again.
We'll see you next month probably.
Sounds good.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Okay, these are getting pretty good.
Camper package. I don't think any of that oversized up. Hit all the wheel stuff, running boards.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK is our number, 303-713-8255. We are fighting for you. That's what we do each and every day. There's so much going on that, you shouldn't have to do it alone if you have something you want to shout about. I want to shout about realcbdthatworks.com. This comes from Panacea Life Sciences. I've already said enough about these guys. This is the real pharmaceutical lab right here in Golden, a national company in our backyard. You can get products at realcbdthatworks.com, whether gels or chewables, or you can get oils. It's great stuff, and it really works. I want you to hold my feet to the fire and give me follow-up. realcbdthatworks.com. In fact, we talked a lot about technique and methodologies. It's not the actual product, as I said. People know that, let's say, stem cells have certain benefits, or CBD oil has certain benefits, or this, that, or the other thing have certain benefits. It's not that we don't believe the actual function. It's how you do it. That's what brand names are based on. That's why you get people saying Orange Theory, or Peloton for a bicycle or for aerobic activity. Aerobic is aerobic, just like steam and hot tubs and all of that. Heat has a certain therapy. It's what they try to sell you on. Whether it's a sauna, whether it's a dry sauna, or they get their heat from it's a moist sauna, or they use rocks, or they use infrared. Don't let anyone try to sell you on the only the technique and method. When we talked about windows, I talked about K&H Home Solutions having great windows. Great windows work to save money on any house. It doesn't matter, but it is getting the great window that counts, for example. Who does it the best? That's what you got to count on. And what is the company behind it? I want to talk to you about anything on your mind, and I want to introduce social radio. This show's been on for years and years and years, more than 40 years. We have been solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints. And here's the bottom line, okay? We want to open up the airwaves now to a new concept. You're going to hear about this in the future. I'm telling you, I invented the referral list. Now you have lists everywhere you look. I am telling you that social radio will be a thing. I am going to open up segments for people, and it's going to be a while before you catch on and say, yeah, I want to do that. Okay, so on social media, on your Twitter account, you have a handle, a name, or on your Instagram, you have a name. You can use one of those names if you want to promote those accounts, and you come on the radio, and all you have to do is check in with our call screener. You can do it just more than once, and you can give a verbal on the air live tweet or Instagram post with a photo. You can send us a photo. If you have any questions, just email us, help@troubleshooter.com, or call us, 303-713-TALK. Eventually, I predict there will be stations that have parts of the day they call social radio, where people will call in from around an area. You might talk about a great night spot, a restaurant. You might want to talk about something that's irritating you, or a giant pothole, or somebody pissing you off, or some sex offender. I'm serious. I'm inventing this. Social radio. You call, you post your name, we'll post your name, we'll give it out, and then you can tweet, or we'll give it a name. And when you do it, I'll replay it here and there. If it's important, I'll replay it more often. And then your handle will become famous on the air. People will get to know it. And then they'll go to your account. Is that cool? Try it. We haven't had our first one yet. Now, Roger, you've been holding for I can't believe it. I think I might have disconnected him by mistake. Do you have Roger's number? If so, I think I might have disconnected him by mistake. Roger, listen, man, you can get right through if you call right now, 303-713-TALK. It was a mistake. Go ahead, Cynthia. Let's talk about this. We looked at your truck. Your husband was in an accident. You have an F-250. They want to total it. They're offering you $38,000. You don't think it's fair. We looked at similar trucks, 2015 Platinum, diesel, crew cab, 4-door, 4-wheel drive, F-250 with around 94,000 miles. Now we are finding several. This is a 2016 Platinum, excellent condition with 89,000 miles for $38,000. Now I would say that you might have a tough time finding them only because these trucks in general are not that plentiful. But it looks like you might want to goose them up a little for sales tax and licensing fees, but I think they're in the ballpark. You might want to try to get a little more money. And I know you don't like the idea that your truck is totaled, but you said, well, this is a special truck. And I think they'd be open for negotiation, Cynthia.
Well, I'm certainly hoping so. And, I just went online to Auto Trader in this area, and I'm finding the same truck, 2015 F-250 Crew Cab Lariat. Just a flat old Lariat, they're asking for more than what the insurance company is offering us.
Well, the Platinum, I went to Cars.com, I went to Auto Trader, I went to local dealers. It can't be that much different. When you say this area, what area are you referring to?
Is there a Hearst Autoplex nearby?
No.
In
Denver, no.
Okay,
Where are you? Where are you?
I'm in Longmont right now.
Okay, it can't be that much different. Then listen, Cynthia, you can find a truck to replace it. You can find it.
Sure. But what I'm saying here, I'm looking here at anywhere from, as you said, a low price. Well, that's not even a Platinum edition, and nor is that a Platinum edition. But I'm looking at Platinums at $64,000, $60,000, $58,000.
Oh no, you're not. Not a 2015. Okay, well, Cynthia, I can't believe it. I have not found one 2015 that even comes close to 50,000. So here's the bottom line for everyone listening. It is not uncommon to have people disagree with their insurance company. If you feel you have an extraordinary vehicle, you better call your insurance company and do a stated value. A stated value. That's what you do. Because if you can't go with what the market is, then you have to pay more premium and get a stated value policy. It is an argument that they're used to hearing over and over and over and over. You won't get close to $50,000 for that truck, Cynthia. Dream on. Okay? That 38 grand is in the ballpark. And it, like I said, she's not the only one. You should look at your car right now, folks, right now, and go see what your insurance would pay you. And if you don't agree, you better negotiate now before you have an accident. And you may have to do a stated value. We all want more money when it comes to the total, but we don't want to pay the higher premiums. 303-713-TALK. Now, Roger, sorry for that. What's going on with you, Roger?
Hey, it's the calcium guy. How you doing?
Oh, how are you, sir? You live in a historic... I didn't know you lived in a historic house.
I do, in Pueblo.
Do you own it?
Yes.
Okay. Roger is a frequent call. Well, not a frequent caller. He's a caller from time to time, we know. He has a rare disease that leaches the calcium out of his body, and he has to get infusions of calcium every 2 or 3 days, or he will die. And he lives near a hospital. It's an amazing disease. Deputy Doc, have you in all your years ever heard of that? It's a calcium leaching disease that...
it's called DeGeorge syndrome.
Anyway,
I have not. It's a very specific...
So he has to live near a hospital so he can get calcium infusions. They can't do any kind of calcium pump, Roger?
No. I asked my doctor about that, and I asked my doctor about a parathyroid gland transplant, and she said no.
Wow.
So
anyway,
I have to keep doing what I'm doing.
So what is your question?
Okay, I own a historic home in Pueblo. It was built in 1905, and I found out that my home qualifies for the Pueblo Historic Places Registry.
But what would it do for you?
So, well, the home could never be torn down as long, forever, apparently. And they put a plaque on your home saying it's a historical landmark, historical home.
And so what is your question about?
If I should go through with that or not.
Well, I wonder if it would raise the value. That's the only reason I would go through with it.
The value would probably go up. And I also found out from the planning department in Pueblo that my neighborhood is being considered for a National Historic Landmark status as well, the whole neighborhood.
Well, here's the thing. I'm looking at Colorado designations for historic homes. There are different types, too. But it does seem to give it a distinction that may increase its value, but it also limits what you can do to it.
That's what I was going to say, Tom. It really does limit. Anything you do on the exterior, you have to have it approved.
And you cannot, listen to this one, you cannot do anything to the footprint. That might devalue the home if someone ever wants to do anything to it in a historic neighborhood. Have you guys ever tried to work on a historic home at K&H?
Yeah, we've worked within historic areas before, and we've been shut down on some. We've won a few cases there, but yeah, you are definitely
even for
limited.
windows, right?
Yeah, well, windows for sure.
Wow, but I can't. So you might want to think about that, Roger, where they can actually refuse you.
That's why I was calling you, because you've developed neighborhoods and whatnot. So
yes.
I was kind of wanting to get your expertise on it.
I developed subdivisions years ago, but here's the bottom line. You don't want anything that'll hurt value, and I think anything that limits use or changes can limit your value. And especially, I never thought of this, but if you're in a historic neighborhood, now I remember there's one historic neighborhood near Bonnie Bray where somebody wanted to change the color and they couldn't because it wasn't vintage for that year, for that style home. And Ted's telling me with windows that you got to get an approval process. So, okay, if you're asking me, if you're my brother, Roger, no, I wouldn't do it.
Keep in mind, in general, if you have to, if you want to do something because it's going to enhance the energy efficiency, and the Historic Society says no, just like windows,
all right,
they'll shut you down.
Now, give us a call, 303-713-TALK. You can get right through.
Weekdays 2 to 4. The Situation with Michael Brown.
Seated in the beginning.
So you can bring those guys in. I gotta go. I've got a night doctor's appointment.
Okay, I'll get you in. I want to get you in one more time or two.
It's got their names on it.
Get Found Fast. That is a company that does SEO and digital marketing and online advertising, and they know the space, as they say. GetFoundFast.com. There are so many people that say they can do this for you.
Okay.
Here's the bottom line. I have found most of them to be a bunch of BS. This company I'm using now for referralist.com and other stuff, and they work. 303-952-4900. GetFoundFast.com. Guys, even though it doesn't sound loud, it is very disconcerting on the air when people are talking. Okay. All right, man. We'll see you, brother.
So the new roofing project we're looking out. We'll
Now,
work with you later.
so it's plus 10%, so that's 35%.
They had their big box, so I thought we'd wait.
No, we got it. 35%.
Right. So
Look at new people.
Why don't we put it right
Gotta
there?
mention you. Okay.
Then I think it might.
I'll see you. They have to mention the show. Roy Martino, right?
Are you heading out?
Yeah.
Good seeing you. Happy New Year.
Take care, Ted.
One here. One here. And this
How much
just,
longer you got your boot on?
once again,
2 more
shows
weeks.
you
Good luck with
what
that.
calls
Thanks.
are up and going. All right.
And I'll send you a free copy of the audiobook so you can listen in your car. Call 800-493-1717. 800-493-1717. That's 1-800-493-1717.
Can you turn the sound off? Can you turn the sound off?
Back here.
Purchase plan that is an all-encompassing roadmap to buying your next home. Whether it's our 3-week closing guarantee where we underwrite and approve your loan up front, our home buyer scouting report where you search for your next home, every one of these tools is designed to get you as much home for your payment as possible, and more importantly, plan through this process so that we have you ready to go so that when we find the house that works for you, you can close and close quickly without overpaying.
You know, Brent, what I love is that Ideal Home Loans is a mortgage company, but helping home buyers. And in this market, we need all the help we can get. And all they have to do is log on to idealhomeloans.com. And I'm telling you, it's amazing, this home scouting report. And you even have something to help new home buyers get ready to buy. Idealhomeloans.com for your next ideal home loan. 303-867-7000. Also on my referral list at referralist.com. If you have traditional insulation in your walls, you're probably paying too much on energy bills. You need the right insulation for true efficiency. Whether upgrading or building new, you need the incredible Rocky Mountain Retro Foam. This is not the foam you see in cans at big box stores. This is advanced injection foam, filling wall cavities, maintaining R value permanently in all temperatures. No hassle application. Injected from outside the home, compacting existing insulation, filling every nook and cranny around it. Retro Foam is environmentally friendly, no off-gassing, and can even make your home up to 80% quieter. Comfort, lower energy bills in a day or less. What are you waiting for? You have everything to gain, nothing to lose. Call Rocky Mountain Retro Foam now. 720-676-6333. 720-676-6333. And see their amazing video at foamyourwalls.com.
Take your home like it is and let us help you make it like you want it. Hi, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. We've been doing just that for over 30 years now. 800-362-8370 or drhi.com.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents and Doug.
Limu, when we're not telling people that Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need, I've actually been moonlighting as a DJ. Check it! Here's the good part!
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Want to buy an RV? Bet you go to the internet. Everyone does, but they end up here at Century RV, north on I-25 at the Longmont exit, or in Lakewood, just north of 6th Avenue between Kipling and Sims, next to Woodley's. New and used RVs, motorhomes, fifth wheels, pop-ups, and campers. A service center, too. CentryRV.com. Giant discounts and financing. CentryRV.com. 303-453-1111. And on my referral list at referralist.com.
This report is sponsored by Ruby Tuesday.
Lots of snow flying in the high country this week, but the Denver metro stays dry. 44 today, down to 20 tonight. Partly sunny skies. Tomorrow's high 50. I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner, Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather.
Fajitas are back at Ruby Tuesday. Stop in for fresh grilled veggie, shrimp, or chicken fajitas for only $7.99. Great flavors at a great price. Only for a limited time and only at Ruby Tuesday.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. Hey, we got somebody on the referral list. We were just talking off the air. It's tough getting this, whenever something's new, like I'm trying to launch my social radio, these segments, these me segments, it's hard to get people into a groove of something new. We all hear about porch pirates. My God, I get a video almost every day from the Ring doorbell people, you know, because I got a Ring doorbell, or some other kind of neighborhood next door where you see a porch pirate, or porch pirates are caught. And we came up with some really, I like this guy, and that's why he's on the referral list, Kelly, and he made the Porch Pirate Lockbox. Now, there are others on the market. There are cheap ones. There are expensive ones. His is kind of in the middle, and it's top quality, different colors. But the concept right now, even though people get ripped off, a lot of people aren't buying into the concept of a box on their porch, a lockbox. I'd like to know from people why. If you know this happens, and you know this would be a definite way to stop it. Definite. People don't take time, trust me, to steal from your porch. And this is an attractive box that the delivery person drops in and secures the lock, and it's done. Now, I can think of all kinds of stuff to improve it in the future, but why bother if the concept itself, when I say improve it, I'm not saying it's not a good box. I'm saying, I could see like Wi-Fi access and all that other crap in the future where you can, see when somebody opened or locked it last to put something in there, whatever, or automatic notifications. But the box concept itself, if you have a porch and you get deliveries, what do you think about the lockbox? Now, if you go to our referral list, you can find out about it. Just search the keywords, Porch Pirate Lockbox. You'll find it. And we'll talk about it, okay? I just wanted to put that bug in your ear. Do you think it's something you'd never do? Now, Mark says, I don't like the idea of a big box on my porch. I understand that. You can get it in neutral colors. Somebody else said, why don't I just go out to Home Depot and buy one of these boxes or one of these big hard plastic ones and bolt it. Okay, but you don't, and if you get one made, the metal one's made for the pickup, you got to alter it, you got to work, it's going to take you a couple hours. I mean, what I'm saying is that I've heard all of the people saying why they don't buy one. Deputy Doc, what about the concept? Or do you not get enough deliveries? What about you?
I get no deliveries.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not a good...
Daphne, do you get deliveries at home?
Yes, I do.
Now, your porch is out in the open. I don't know where you'd put it. See, that's one of the things on yours, and it's more of a stone stoop, right?
Yes.
Okay, so there are certainly enough conventional porches with it. Does it lap bolt into wood? Is that what it does, Kelly?
You can bolt it into concrete, wood, composite, and it also bolts to the house from the back, so you're secured in more than one way.
And in delivery instructions, you can always tell people, go to the side of the house, look for the black box or red box or beige box.
Yeah, if you put something in the notes for when you order something, they'll follow your instructions and they'll make a note and they'll always put it.
And no one's going to try to take the time to take stuff out of there. But anyway, what I'm trying to address, I'm trying to help Kelly out. This is new. I know I'm gonna Google. I know there are probably some out there. Go to Amazon and look, Dan. Why don't you guys look? And then
Costco has one too.
Oh, they do. See, that's okay. And I'm sure, but I'm wondering if they're selling.
I don't know, but it's got I think a combination on it, and I don't think it's as big as that one. Not even close.
A combination is a little difficult because you got to get all your delivery people to buy into it. Now, there are some decorative hard plastic ones and stuff that just sit there, but you could take the whole box, I guess.
I have a question, Tom.
Yeah.
Kelly, have you had any problems with HOAs not allowing the boxes on the porches? Because some of these HOAs are so crazy.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out, to clear obstacles. Are any HOAs giving you any problems?
We haven't had any problems with HOAs unless it's a condo, and I've been meeting with a few of them, but they're having big problems where they're dumping them in their. They're not taking them to the doorsteps. They're dumping them at the clubhouse.
Oh my
all the
God.
packages, 50 or 100 at a time, and they're walking off with them. So.
Wow. Anyway, Ed, what's going on with your car, Ed? What's happening?
Hey, how you doing, Tom?
What's going on, man?
Well, basically, I was back at the end of October. I was at a Starbucks at a drive-through.
Yes.
And it was a really windy day, and they had one of those bifold signs real close to the drive-through.
Did it break?
But anyways, it blew into my car.
You're talking about the sandwich board, sign where they have a special like holiday latte or something, and then they write on it, right?
Exactly.
Those are hazards in a windstorm, and that should be a known hazard, and that could be there on them. Are they willing to fix your car?
Well, yeah, and so what I did was I contacted the store, which I told them right away, and they made an instant claim with corporate. And then I called corporate and relayed everything, and so it took a couple weeks, but finally I got a hold of a representative who told me to get a quote and take pictures, which I did both.
How much?
And send it off to them. And it was $2,600.
Oh, my God. What kind of car?
Well, it's a Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Okay. And so $2,600, what did it? Did it do a big gouge or what?
Yeah, it basically, when it fell and the wind pushed it, it just rubbed all the way down the driver's side of it, all the way almost to the front.
Now, is that to just fix and blend in, or do you have to, are they sectioning off and painting the entire area? And just tell me you're not trying to get a paint job out of it, because if you are, you have to pay for betterment.
No, because the quote even says it's just for this, and it's to fix and blend in. They do have to do some painting. The clear coat has to be redone. I know. Listen,
it's more than. Look, fixing something is way more than it used to be with the clear coats and the two stages and all that. And I don't know if do you have any photographs you can send us?
Yeah, I can.
And again, that's an old fart term, photograph. It's a pic, because there's nobody I know prints them on, does a photograph. I don't know anyone who takes a photograph anymore. But anyway, Ed, do you have a pic you can send us?
Yeah, I'll send you the same. In fact, I can just forward you the email.
Would you do that for us? I want to take a look. Just hang on while we take a look. If you do want to hang up, give us your number. We'll call you back after we take a look. Because listen, man, I mean, we can help apply pressure. We really can. Mark has problems with Colorado Landscaping Company, or Colorado Landscaping in Colorado Springs we'll talk about. Any problems you have, 303-713-TALK. Or if you'd like to talk about porch pirates, what do you think? This is a very simple concept. It's a box you bolt to your porch. Would you do it? Do you do it? Are you thinking about doing it? We got Kelly on the referral list at referralist.com. We're going to put it on our live stream on Facebook and YouTube. Take a look. But tell me your resistance maybe to, now he has a red one here. You can get it in any color you want. Do you think it's worth it doing it? Or what are you doing personally about deliveries to your home? Also, I want to launch social radio where you call with a handle. You can be a regular caller and a regular poster on the show. We're going to have a segment, the Me segment, with social radio. Again, I'm a pioneer in this. Help me launch it.
This is Denver's talk station with Tom.
You sure? Okay.
So, Tom, it's like a mini blog? So I'm just starting to
not really a post, because it won't be long enough for a blog. Hey, did I do real CBD? I did that when we opened the hour this time.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm figuring, Kelly. Let's just attack it and see what people come up with. If they
I appreciate that.
Email. I mean, why pretend? I mean, I just, if you're
Kelly,
not
what's
getting
the
results,
cost?
by the way, you're not getting results. Maybe what we do is,
do you buy it or do you lease it?
No, we make it. We make this thing. We sell it to you directly. We're working on a keypad right now, Bluetooth connectivity.
No, what I'm saying,
that's what you want, brother.
Yeah.
So I call you up
and close it.
and
that's what you want. If you have a Bluetooth, if you had a Wi-Fi lock, that's all you need, on and off. and I would put it on my porch. Then when I'm expecting delivery, I unlock it. I lock it back up. When the guy calls me there and has a delivery, I can unlock it right. He can open it up.
And Ken found some Bluetooth master locks.
When you say Bluetooth, but I'm assuming it could go through your Wi-Fi.
Through your phone or through anything, or you can use your fingerprint and you can walk up there and just, as soon as the guy gets close,
we're going to integrate
he puts
one
it
in there.
Locks it, you get
we're working on it right
kind of
now.
notification that says your stuff is dropped.
This is Ken, by the way. He's my partner.
Have you talked to Amazon or UPS or FedEx? Are they willing to put it in there?
Everything that we're getting is, everybody's really interested, but we have to prove the concept through sales.
So Kelly, I call you up, I buy the box.
Yes.
It's not a lease, it's not a, okay, so what's the cost of the box?
$199.
Okay. And then the problem with the Wi-Fi is, I'm a delivery guy, right? And I got to call you up to get in the box, right?
No, you can. How do they work it, Ken, with the code?
You can put it on the instructions. So UPS gets it and it says when you're getting up there, hit this code. And he walks up and unlocks. He puts these stuff in, locks.
Right.
You get notified then that someone that UPS, because you gave him that code, comes back and says UPS just unlocked your
I think what they're typically doing is the last 3 numbers of the tracking number.
Okay. The only point is you don't want to have a
call in.
A call in because if someone's in a meeting or I'm a doctor, I'm in surgery, or I'm with patients, I don't want to deal with that. You want to have something that bypasses me, that give prior authority, that I don't need to be contacted at the time of delivery.
And
So
those blocks are out there now.
What?
A padlock form.
Yeah.
So you can just go up there and just click it through there. And then
Yeah, no, I'm not just, I was just asking for my education, I'm not trying to.
So here's where we're going with it too,
Yeah.
because maybe that makes sense. If we can get these things to sell, we're going to go to FedEx, UPS, Amazon, and pitch it to them to lease it to you for $10, $20 a month indefinitely.
Because right now they have drop-off places, right? Certain areas.
Yeah, but everybody wants to stay home and get it going.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
But I know what Doc is bringing up. Geez, like our HOA.
Yeah.
I don't think they would allow. I'm in a house. That's not. I mean, but they are.
You know, we're going to run into that. And I was vice president of mine. You got to get in there.
Yes.
And you got to change the rules if you
right.
want. And,
exactly.
You know.
But you know how hard that is to do?
Get the architectural. Well,
sometimes it's hard.
That part's not. You just got to get the architecture control committee to say, okay, we're having a lot of problems feeling. Boom, let's do something like that.
But don't you guys see? Where else in our society do you go throw $100 bill on the porch?
Oh, I agree. I agree.
Right.
Luckily, I got a pretty good neighbor. I've never had anything stolen like that. But you're right. I totally agree. And sometimes if you get cheap stuff, they'll say they'll just take it off.
Yeah.
In the past year, I've had one delivery.
Oh, really?
Only for that. Remember that wheelie thing?
Yeah.
I don't have stuff delivered.
Right.
So I'm not a good person.
What about your medications? Because Ken just ran into that.
You did? I didn't even think of medication.
Yeah, because they dropped it off because they called me and said, you got to be home. I said, I don't know what my schedule is. I don't want to be home. And
Ken's
I said,
a pilot, so.
I have a lockbox.
What do you fly for, Ken?
I fly for a private company right out of Centennial Airport.
Oh, cool.
So your liquor deliveries. If you order wine and stuff, you have to be there.
Or your pot deliveries maybe in the future. Everybody's smoking pot, and
So there's all kinds of stuff because I was thinking that the pharmaceutical company said you got to be there, and I told him I have a lockbox, and he goes, "Oh, okay." And I thought he was going to call me back. All of a sudden, it shows up.
Most people don't have the. There he is.
Hey.
What?
But that's a good point if it's pharmaceuticals.
You're up.
Hey, man. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So let's go to the phones. And basically, if you go to Starbucks and a sign blows over and hits your car, I think they're responsible. So I want to know what the hang-up is. We're talking about porch pirates, too. Have you ever been hit by a porch pirate? Ever? Have you?
I have.
You have?
Yes.
Why don't you can put a box on the side of your house and have delivery. Almost everything you order has a place for extra delivery instructions. And it would say, go to the side, see the black box or whatever. But I'm wondering, so, Ed, what is the hang up basically with Starbucks? Just go right to the hang up.
Well, the hang up is I sent off everything they asked for, and they said it'd be 3 to 5 days. So the first time I waited about 7 days, got nothing back. Called them up, and since then I've called every 3 to 5 days.
Do you have a person you're calling?
Yeah.
We'll take care of it for you. We'll call for you.
I already have a call in.
I got it.
Did you tell them it's a show?
I did. I called Media Relations.
Ed, let's just sit tight. I'm going to make a prediction. You're going to get something within 24 hours because we're going to call one more time after the show as a follow-up. All right? You want to bet coffee?
Okay.
What if they offered to pay you in a Starbucks card?
You can't afford a Starbucks coffee.
Oh, my God. Hey, you know what? I don't like Starbucks coffee. I'll just say it. I don't like it at all. I like their drinks. The coffee sucks. I like their drinks, but I like their green tea. Do you like Starbucks coffee? Do you actually like it? No. Yeah. So anyway, guys, when do people buy these lock boxes, Kelly? When do they buy them?
Most everybody that's bought them has had something expensive stolen.
Right. That's when they buy burglar alarms, too, at home is when they had a break-in.
Yep. When they find out that they have to pay for it again, that they're not going to get reimbursed through Amazon, FedEx, or UPS, or the merchant, that's when they buy a box.
How much is it?
It's $199.
Come on, man. That's, it'll pay for itself. $199. I mean, almost anywhere. What do they sell them for at...
39, but they're not that big.
Oh, my God. 39?
They're not that big.
They can't sell them for 39.
They do. Costco.
Are they tiny? And are they metal? Have you looked at them?
I looked at them.
What do they look like?
They're...
I mean, listen,
they're cheap
anything's
Chinese
gonna...
stuff. I'm not going to lie,
Right,
and they're, in my opinion, they're built wrong, and
But although people aren't going to take the time to break into any box. Now, I'm not suggesting you don't buy this one. This is a nice box. I mean, listen, folks, you get what you pay for. But the point is I think the concept in general is a problem because if people decide, I want to protect myself from porch pirates, well, then there are going to be enough people to buy something of quality. And $199 is not cost prohibitive. But I'm wondering about the concept. People, have you come around to it yet? Or are you thinking there's another way?
Tom, I'd like to say something. Eventually, we're going to go, every porch is going to have something like this because where else do you leave anything of any value sitting on your porch for people to see?
Never.
Nothing else.
Eventually something has to.
It has to happen.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, just go and take a look and let me know what you guys think. Porch Pirate Lockbox.com. Just take a look. Let me know. We want some feedback. This show's all about feedback. Porch Pirate Lockbox.com. Also, I want to know about this problem with landscaping, Mark. Is it the same old problem? You paid and they never came back?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Mark, hold on. No, I want to ask something, though. Seriously. Did you pay a lot up front?
Well, no. They actually worked for a couple of weeks before it disappeared.
Oh, okay. All right. Tell me how it happened. How much total have you paid them?
I've written them checks for about $19,000.
And how much worth of work did you get?
As of today, I would say 0.
No, wait a minute. You said they worked for a few weeks.
Yeah, so...
what did they do?
They were here. Well, they were here for a couple of weeks. They did a lot of work, but the area that they were working on, they never finished it. So I had to bring someone else to come in and do it. So they came in and they said, okay, well, we need to redo this, we need to redo that. We're not going to be responsible for that.
I see.
They didn't like the way it was done.
How'd you find Colorado Landscaping?
Well, I can tell you first I went to the referral list, but there are no landscapers there.
In Colorado Springs, yes, we had a tough time finding them. Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, I did. I just did a Google search. And
now, did you check with references?
No.
Yeah, that's important. But listen, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm trying for people listening right now, when you can't find someone on the referral list at referrallist.com, what do? You need to literally talk to people. And if people can't provide customers that are happy, there's a problem. And then I always probe to see if they're related or connected. Now, Mark, in this situation, What does the company say? If we were to call them and said, this guy paid 19 grand, got virtually nothing, would they say in their minds, this is what I want to know, are they going to say, you're right, we dropped the ball, we screwed up, or, well, we did at least that amount, or we're going to finish?
No, he'll say that you're right because I sued him in court, and he stood up in court and said the same thing.
Wait a minute. You got a judgment? Did you get a judgment?
Yeah, I have a judgment.
Man, talk about burying the lead. Okay. You have a judgment for 19 grand.
No, not for that.
For how much?
I sued him. Well.
Hello? How did that happen? We just got disconnected. If you're listening, Mark, 303-713-TALK, you can come right back.
Now, impact traffic.
Up in the high country, a safety closure remains in place.
Yeah, I agree. Everybody's going to have something, either a drop-off spot or what.
That's why I decided to just tackle it, get it out of the way. He's not getting many results. We're not going to hurt his sales by talking about the concept.
Hey, Kelly, I have a question for you.
Sure.
When you sell it, do you deliver the box?
If they're local, we deliver them.
Do you bolt it down?
We'll do that.
I think that's a big point because
all the stuff, we put a kit inside, all you need except for a hammer drill and the drill bit. You can rent them from Home Depot.
But if you offered for
concrete, yeah.
If you offered for the small amount to install it, I'll bet a lot of people.
We'll do that as a special today or something if somebody buys them today. If you want,
you'll install it free.
We'll deliver it.
Because if it were me,
okay, that's a good one.
I wouldn't know how to install it in concrete up to my house. But if you come out,
what colors do you have available?
We've got white, tan, green.
But you know what I'm saying?
Red.
But I bet a lot.
Fix It 24/7 for your home. Fix It 24/7, a company I know and trust for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. And they will, for $39, find any problem. You never have to worry about a call charge. It'll be $39, but even that gets refunded. If you have the work done, they credit you the $39. And this is a company that I believe in for honesty and value both. FixMyHome.com. $39, find a problem, and then it's free if you have the work done. It is FixMyHome.com, 720-526-3939.
Yeah, right now, and then UPS and FedEx now do pictures when they drop a package off to prove that it was there.
Okay, speaking of which, I literally got a picture of an empty storage.
No way.
Yeah,
really?
I'm going to show it to you.
Wow.
It's almost impossible.
That sounds like the Postal Service. They don't do anything. I didn't even know they took pictures.
Yeah, hold on. No, I think it was.
They're the worst.
Let me look.
Tom, do you want me to warn
I can't even believe that they're in competition with
UPS.
Have you seen that? Have people said that?
I've seen them in my neighborhood taking pictures. They'll set the boxes there, take a picture, and walk off.
No, Postal Service or UPS?
FedEx, UPS.
Yeah.
I don't know about Prime. I haven't seen them.
Amazon does that to you.
Yeah.
Prime does it?
Yes.
Okay.
I got one from them.
So,
but this is good, like you guys said, for like liquor deliveries. You can even do Uber Eats into this thing if you can't be right there to grab it. There's a whole bunch of stuff they can drop in. Show it to you.
This is. I don't want to talk about this, but I'm going to tell you where our end goal is.
We're on the web. I can take it off. We're on the web right now.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't say nothing.
So I mean, I can turn us off if you want to say something.
Well, I just like to maybe tell you.
Okay.
Of lower payments, access your equity for 30 years, and own your home in half the time. Find out why it could work for you. Affordable Interest Mortgage. Call 720-895-0500 now and keep more of your money. And MLS 298191, regulated by DORA, equal credit lender.
Michael Brown here for the Caucus Room. If you're a conservative looking for an online community where you can actually be yourself without being bullied, shamed, or trolled for what you believe in, then you need to join me on the caucusroom.com. At caucusroom.com, every person is a real and verified conservative. In the Caucus Room, we can connect and encourage each other locally. Caucus Room is never going to sell your data or your information. Caucusroom.com is the place for new and conservative resources. Caucusroom.com.
If you're one of the millions of Americans who owes back taxes, if you get nervous when the mail comes because you might get a letter from the IRS, then you've heard. Their enforcement agents are cracking down this year and can garnish your paycheck, levy your bank accounts. Even your home or business could be at risk over unpaid taxes. It's all true, but it's also true there's a way out. out. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative, an important government program for tax debt assistance. The award-winning experts at Optima Tax Relief will fight to get you the best deal possible, protecting your paycheck and your assets from IRS collections. But don't delay, because the IRS is tacking on interest and hefty penalties every single day. So don't wait until it's too late. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460.
So I think it'd be a great idea. Try doing that special with the install and see if, because I think a lot of people, single women, older women, don't know how or don't see if it works. I mean, if it's a real simple thing to do.
So for people like Wine of the Month Club, you got to be there.
Yeah.
Somebody over 21's got to sign for it.
Yeah.
So if they could make a deal that they could put it in a locked box.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was my pharmacy. That's our next thing.
Pharmacies, medication,
we're
also.
We're talking with security companies as part of their overall home security system too. We're getting it out there.
Can I get a bigger box to get my ED medicine delivered? I need it about 3 times that size.
You got a big unit?
I got a
You get a bigger pill for the bigger unit.
I found an online pharmacy that is so cheap that it's more expensive going to a pharmacy here and using my drug plan.
Oh, I believe it. I believe you.
Yeah.
Is it DFW? Because that's who I had to
it's
have
Blake.
brought to.
And speaking of ED medicine, okay, I'll give you an example. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
What do I care? I'm 66 and I'm all for fun. This shit was $300, and at this place it was $39.
And
wow.
It's generic, and is it American or is it Canadian? Where does it come from?
I don't even know.
Well, how do you want to make sure it's USP?
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. One Clear Choice Garage Doors. Chappie, who runs the place, I've known him for years, and I've used him on every home I have. They have the Sidewinder now that if you can afford it, it's not that much more expensive. It is awesome. So there's nothing on the ceiling. It's on the side of your door. And it's electric and quiet, and so you have no belts, no chains. It connects directly to that bar. It's so cool. And it's oneclearchoicestores.com. Of course, they have conventional garage door openers and even the garage doors themselves. And they're the best of the best of the best. Oneclearchoicestores.com. Okay, so talking about all kinds of stuff. I want to get to Mark, and I'm sorry, Mark, that you paid a lot of money, you got nothing. You got a judgment, though. So let's talk about executing the judgment. Did you get it against the guy personally, or just his LLC, or what?
Against him and his business.
Okay, you've done it right, sir. So what are you calling us about today?
Well, number one, I can't get paid.
Well.
And number two, I've got some questions. So you were asking about the amount. Well, at first I took him to the small claims court because he did complete a large portion of the job. So I was suing him for what he didn't complete. So the judgment I got was for $7,500. But since that happened, we're talking about retaining walls. I had a number of retaining walls he was putting in. One of them was along my driveway.
Yeah, so just get to the amount.
The amount of what? Now,
the judgment.
$7,500.
How? $7,500. Okay. Oh,
yeah,
that's because it was small claims court. It had to be.
Driveway. Yeah.
So anyway, what are you calling about today?
Well, the wall on the driveway was 70 feet long, and after I got the other judgment, that wall fell over on my car.
So do you want to go back to court, because you can if it's a different item?
Yeah, I can go back, but I haven't been paid on the first one.
Well, no, but you have to take. Well, did you think it was magically going to be paid when you got a judgment?
No, but I've been trying to work it. I had him served with interrogatories.
Right.
And when the day he got those, he texted me and he said he was filing bankruptcy.
Did he file?
Well, I haven't heard from him since. It's been like 3 months.
Okay, listen. If you didn't get interrogatories, I'm going to tell you, Frank Ball's an attorney at law, a collection attorney. And, he's hired by the big guys, so he works for little people. When I say little people, he works on regular one-up accounts and takes a percentage if it's big enough.
Okay.
And let me tell you what he does. He does interrogatories. And when they don't answer them, he gets a warrant for their arrest.
Okay.
He doesn't fool around. Then he hires a private detective to go bring him in. He also does contempt of court if they lie, or perjury. He actually pursues it. This guy doesn't screw around. One of the things is, to get out of it, they have to put up a bond equal to the amount that's owed, or they have to put up bail. This guy's got all kinds of tricks. But Mark, you know, judgments, first of all, people listening, I hope you learn, never pay ever, 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 ever big money up front, ever. There's very few circumstances. You do it by credit card. You can do it with an escrow management account. For big home improvements, you can do it when materials are delivered and they're delivered to your address and you know they're paid. Yeah, there are certain conditions. What you did was wrong, so you painted yourself in a corner. So how do you get out of a bad situation? What I'm saying to my listeners is, don't get into it. But if you do, like Mark did, or you already have, then what you do is you make the best of it. You get a judgment like he did, and then you pursue it with all vigor. You just have to go out and make his life miserable. But all he has to do is a bankruptcy. That's it. And he's done. That's why contracts and all of that, if you don't protect yourself, no one else will. Will he really go bankrupt? You know, does he have equity in his home? Did you do an asset search on him?
Yeah, he doesn't have a home.
Does he have anything?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. That's why the purpose of the interrogatories.
Well, what you do is you hire a private detective to do a search of assets, a really exhaustive search, and it'll cost you only about $50, $100, maybe more. It depends on how deep it is. You got to be proactive. If we call this guy, he doesn't care. He's already got a judgment against him. I'm even shocked he showed up. He showed up for court. What did he say?
He said I was totally right. He owes me money, but he doesn't have money to pay me.
Okay. And he's laying the foundation for bankruptcy.
Yeah.
You know, Mark, I mean, this is a lot of money, $19,000. Wait, no, that was no, Mark. Yeah, $19,000. So you may want to just chalk it up. I don't know what else to tell you, man. This is a lot of money. Most likely, you'll never get it.
So it's $19,000 plus the $7,500.
No, excuse me. He lost $19,000, but he only got a judgment for $7,500. Because it's small claims court limited. Mark, there's no solution for your problem, basically.
Right, but let me ask you this. For the wall that fell down and damaged my car, what happens if I try to claim that on homeowner's insurance?
You could try to claim that for sure, yeah. Or your automobile comprehensive insurance.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do that. And then they'll try to subrogate and come up against the same problem. Paul, welcome to the show. What's going on, man? Paul?
Yeah,
Paul.
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
Good, man. What's going on?
Well, actually, I'm calling on behalf of one of my employees, a young lady, and she was treated pretty poorly by a car detail company.
What happened?
And they broke her seat, and so during the cleaning process, they scooted her seat up apparently so they could clean behind it. And it broke. And
now, Paul,
kind of up against the steering wheel.
You said something very telling. They scooted up the seat, and it broke. If they were doing normal movements, normal switches, normal levers, normal movement, and it broke, it's not their problem. If they used excessive force and something like that, it could be their problem. What year is the car?
The car is a 2015.
Okay. How many miles on it?
Probably 40,000.
Okay, so it's not an excessively used or old car. So you have to discern, we have to figure out, did it break because they were brutes, or did it break because it was just broke and you get it fixed under warranty if it's under warranty, or you just pay for it? Why did it break? What did they do wrong? Not just that it happened, but what did they do wrong to make it happen?
Well, the car was working perfectly when I dropped it off.
But that doesn't work. Okay, I understand that. I'm trying to teach you how to get paid. Just because something happens in somebody's care, custody, and control does not make it their problem. I'm going to come back to you, okay? And I'll give you steps on how to deal with this, or we will deal with it. But I need you right now to figure out, not if it happened, when they had it. Not the condition of your car, before they had it. What they did to do it. That's important.
Hi, Pat Woodard here once again for all.
Okay, so we're going to do that special. That's a good idea. We'll see what happens. So we're going to do
Social Security,
so it's if you buy it, what? Let's give it a time. This week?
Give it till Friday.
This week.
Yeah. No matter where you live.
Free installation in metro area.
And delivery. We'll deliver metro areas. Or even the surrounding. I'm not against just,
Other parties' insurance and even your own insurance will not advocate for you. You have tons of questions. Get answers with no obligation.
Hey Lisa, it's Ken. If you want to get on the air this morning, give us a call at 303-631-2630. Thanks.
Hey, who are our PI guys? Our PI, private
So Ken, what kind of planes do you fly?
ICC here, let me see. ICS.
ICS.
G200, which is a Galaxy.
Cool.
I'm also flying a Hawker.
Right now,
I'm current 2 airplanes right now, trying to cut it down to just a couple.
That's so cool.
ABC News.
I just got back from Mexico on Sunday.
Wow.
ICS. You want the number? Just got to put investigator. I put ICS.
And then I still teach too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Awesome.
System outage affected nationwide DMVs for more than 2 hours.
Yeah, if I did, I would want to be a pilot. But when I was growing up, I'm not how old you are. I'm 75. You couldn't become a pilot if you didn't have 20/20 vision without glasses. That was back in the 50s and 60s. They changed that obviously.
Yeah, it's as long as you can get somewhere it's like that 20/20 with glasses.
Right, yeah. Now you can.
Yeah, because it used to be that had perfect vision.
Right. So I did the next best thing. I went to medical school. If I can't be in control of a plane, I'll be in control of an operating room. So it was the 1 hour a day when people actually listened to me. The other 23 hours, nobody listens to you.
So what kind of doctor?
I was an OBGYN.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
But you know, my...
Fly if you want to.
What?
You can still fly now.
Oh, right. I know.
19 to 20 acting nominations went to white men and women.
Why even bring that up? Went to white men and women. How about just fucking men and women? Who gives a shit? I mean, do you
Where
think
did that come from?
Just the Critics' Choice Award.
Oh.
Why even bring that up? I mean, it's...
Yeah. Well, you know what, Roy?
I'm so tired of it.
Ross was talking...
We have to stop seeing color.
The best thing was Ricky Gervais's comment about... he said, you know, they were going to...
He hammered all.
Oh, he was going to talk about the people who had passed away during the past year, and he said, "I couldn't do it because there wasn't enough diversity. Only white people died. You black people got to start dying so I can talk about you at these award shows," which I thought was great.
Oh, everything he said was on man. He hammered it. It was great.
But Ross was saying, you know, there used to be 5 movies that were nominated for Academy Awards. The reason they made it 9 was so they could find some either women or minority films to include that would be like number really, if they had to do it normally, it'd be like number 612, 13. But because it was minority, they added it on to the Best Picture list.
And who's that? Which one?
No, Ross was saying that, you know, there used to be five pictures nominated for Best Picture, but there weren't enough minority or women, so they added 4 more movies to expand the list, even though people know they're not going to lose. I mean, not going to win.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
None of us give a crap.
You know, it's like America. It's like,
if you're a good guy or not, that's it, you know.
Mark was asking how many boxes you guys sold. Mark, from the show, he said they're listening.
We're about 30-ish. But it wasn't because of referral list, by the way. No, we've had exposure on Fox 31 local, Channel 4.
Did you on their show on Colorado's Best?
No, I emailed them, but they never got back with me. Good Morning America did a clip on us. ABC Morning News at 3 a.m. stole that clip and used it. We were supposed to go on the Cameron Hill show. She was co-hosted with Matt Lauer, the Today Show, for a while, but she's got a daytime show. And they were doing the latest and greatest gadgets for Christmas. And they wanted to they were going to do a whole table full of them, go through everything, and have a box at the end. And
that would have been great.
They canceled this because they were going to do a security show the next week, and then they canceled that. So you kind of don't fit into the category right now.
Highway drive around the metro area in good shape right now. Just a little bit slow northbound I-25 between 120th and the 128th Avenue Bridge because of road work. Several accidents off freeway, one at Federal and Mississippi, also one on southbound Havana just past Dartmouth, and a new crash at Santa Fe and Hamden.
That'd be nice if you had one of those drone flies right in there.
Yeah. Mountain and Vale, and eastbound between Beaver Creek and Vale because
I don't think they have a lot.
Got
everything that's going to happen with the drone and
stuff.
No, it's still
sunny and mild tomorrow
on the
Tuesday with
drawing
high in
board,
the
I guess.
mid-50s. It's 39 right
Sometimes,
now.
I remember when I was a kid reading Popular Mechanics and Popular Science, and they really thought at that, back in the 50s and 60s, that, no, not flying cars, but cars would be driverless, but they would have an electromagnetic strip in the road. And nobody in those days thought about driverless cars using GPS.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a totally...
There was no GPS.
Right, no one even thought about it.
Yeah.
But, so sometimes what you think is going to be the technology is just so... Yeah, it's so out of date. Right, you can't... Because you can't think of the technology. We don't know what's going to be there in 30 years.
Yeah. But you look at how fast technology happens right now.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
My dad passed away 2 years ago. He was 101. He was born in 1915.
Wow.
He said that what happened from when he was a kid, it was horse and buggy. When he died, it was rockets and satellites. He said that 100 years was the most incredible years that he's ever seen.
They said even like farming and stuff. You
Yeah.
could be a farmer from year 0 to like year 1,000,
Right.
and it's basically the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
But 1,000 or even 50,
Right,
because
so
farming
became-
had not really...
As opposed to what he said, what did you say?
No, I
Last
just
100
said,
years.
I said my dad could not believe the technology in his lifetime.
Oh, in his
from
lifetime.
When
Yeah,
he was a
it's-
kid,
it's
from
amazing.
horse and
And
buggy.
it's even getting more,
to
so
what-
my kids won't believe it.
You're right.
No, I think, what it is, your kids, my kids, even me, we believe technology can do anything. So 20 years from now, there's some weird technology comes up, you'd say, well, of course, technology.
Yeah.
I expected him to do it.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. This show brought to you by RealCBDThatWorks.com. If you're looking for pain relief, anxiety relief, and I don't know why it works on anxiety. I'm telling you, it doesn't make you high. It makes you feel great. RealCBDThatWorks.com, a local lab but nationally renowned and a national company, Panacea Life Sciences. And it's RealCBDThatWorks.com. So listen, here's what's happening on the show. We're talking about porch pirates. And we have a guy on the referral list that sells these lock boxes for your porch, a variety of colors, or you can put them on the side of the house, whatever. And the people are resistant in general to change. And this part of the industry, he's not the only one that sells them. Some sell them for more, some sell them for less. And this is a really good quality product. And people are resistant to it. A lot of them thinks it's a hassle, or they're not quite sure how it's going to work, and all kinds of problems. I want to know what your ideas are, or your thoughts on having a lockbox for your porch. I think it's going to be there's going to come a time where something like this will be mandatory. I mean, how much can you put in the trust of neighbors right now? I mean, there are people that cruise neighborhoods for one reason alone. They're even starting to wear ski masks now so they can take it even when you're looking at them on your camera. Anyway, porchpiratelockbox.com. I'd like your thoughts on it. We're also talking about something I want to launch called social radio. Now, listen, I'm a maverick when it comes to broadcasting. I really am. I mean, on TV and radio, I give opinions. I advocate. I don't do the objective reporting. I objectively gather facts, but then take a stand. And by the way, you and I can argue all day long on whether regular journalism really is objective or not. It isn't, but they pretend they are. Anyway, so the capital J journalist, I am not, proudly. I am someone who advocates and helps and speaks my mind. I want to open up radio. I want to get radio into the 21st century. You know, we have social media. I want to make social radio. Now, I'm sure right after I say this, I know there are going to be copycats. There are always copycats. Like my referral list 30 years ago was copied by everyone. I am... referralist.com is the original. It is. I can prove it. Now, social radio. You'll hear about it now that I've said it. In fact, I believe it'll be a format for radio stations in the future. I want people to take their handles they use, the names they use on social media, whether it be your Facebook or your Twitter account or your Instagram account. I want you to establish it with us. We will talk to you about it, and then you'll be able to call in. On a Me segment, we will post your tweet. We will post your observations. We'll even post your photos on our online feed if you want them, but mainly just your observations. I'm going to limit them to statements of a certain length. I'm going to massage all this out, but right now any contribution will be taken, and then we will replay it now and then if it's important. You can make observations about deals, about restaurants, about parks, about crazy neighbors, about anything you want. Social radio. I want to launch it. So if you have anything, you can call us and we'll do it here. And I'm going to establish this more and more as we go on. Maybe you might have some suggestions. So let's talk about this one, Lisa. Now, this is a follow-up with a excavating company, right, Lisa? Deputy Doc, you handled this?
Yeah, I did.
So tell us the original problem, Deputy Doc.
Basically, Lisa had a sewer that was cleaned, right, Lisa? And someone told you there was a leak. And she had someone come out who excavated.
Well, someone told them she had a blockage in this area.
Right.
They pointed it out, right?
No, they said they couldn't locate it exactly. That was the problem.
Oh, we thought they located. Okay,
no.
Then another company came out.
And excavated without knowing exactly where they were.
But did they excavate based on the first company's observation?
Except the first company said they couldn't locate where they should excavate. And her contention is that
so when the second company came out, what did they do? They dug up
her basement.
And what happened?
And there was nothing there.
Where did it turn out to be?
It was in her neighbor's, under her neighbor's condo next door.
How'd they find that out?
Because the third company came back and said that's where it is, right, Lisa?
Correct, but my neighbors have yet to find the break in their house.
So, okay, so...
We don't know. So I basically called a company going...
So we still don't know. We still don't know where the sewer problem is. Was it a break, a clog? What is it? First of all, we don't even know.
I have no results.
It doesn't matter. The point is, she's upset because they dug without having an exact location.
Okay, hold on. She's upset for that very reason, but did she hire them and say, it's here? Or did she hire them and say, I have a problem, can you fix it? And really, even if they said it's here, what company in its right mind would go to a home and dig up without verification? Lisa, this is crazy. I don't even know how Bob Castillo Excavating cannot take responsibility. What are they saying?
They're saying...
Oh, you talked to him.
I spoke to Bob.
Thank you. What did they say?
They said they did the work. They want to get paid.
They did what work?
They excavated.
Then what?
Then they couldn't find it. They filled it back up. They want.
They filled it back up. Where's the floor? Did they replace the floor?
Yes.
Okay, so everything is done.
Yes, except...
At least we don't have to worry about her. It's not dug up.
Right.
Okay, then what?
He feels that even though they didn't give the exact location, they did the work, he's taking it.
Does he think he corrected the problem?
He couldn't find the problem. But he excavated, couldn't find the problem, and now he's suing her because she won't pay $1,500.
How much?
$1,500.
Well, why is it only $1,500? That in itself.
It was just in the basement, right there.
Right.
So he did it with a hand thing, and they did it with
Right.
Yes.
Small.
So is that right, Lisa, so far?
Correct.
And he said, I don't want to talk.
Well, here's what's going to happen, Lisa. He might go to court and sue you.
That's what he's doing.
Okay.
Not just a lien, he might sue you. But here's the deal: how can any judge? Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Does this guy acknowledge when he dug it up? There was no problem there. Does he acknowledge this?
Yes.
Did you ask him why should she pay?
Because he dug it up.
But it did no good. Why did he dig it up there?
Yeah, that's what I was
Did you
asking.
ask him that? Why did you dig it up here?
Because he thought that's where the break was.
Why did he think the break was there? Why?
I pay for what he thought.
What?
He wants me to pay for what he thought it was right there.
But why did he think it was there?
That's what I want to get. Why didn't he dig up anywhere? How did he pick that place?
Because
did he say he was going by that first company at all?
The first company said it was probably somewhere underneath the washer and dryer, and because it was covered, they couldn't exactly locate where it was. And her contention is, without an exact location, he should not have done any excavating.
Okay, but hold on, Lisa. What does your contract say with him?
Okay, so the contract was, can you fix this broken pipe?
No, that's a question. That's not a contract. What's the contract?
For him to fix my broken pipe.
And was it? How did it read? Do we have a copy of it?
I
want to know what they actually promised. Because all he has to do to get around this is say it was broken and he fixed it. I mean, how would you know? I mean, if the guy wanted to lie, and you know, my hat's off to him, he didn't. What would prevent him from saying, yeah, there was something there, we fixed it? You wouldn't even know, Lisa. You would not even know.
In the house.
Huh?
Well, I would know because I
Why?
was in the house, and I said, show me the broken pipe.
Did you say that?
Oh, yeah, and the guys down there were going, oh, my God, this has never happened before. We don't know where the broken pipe is. We've never been off so much like this before.
No one knows where it is.
Correct.
Oh, my goodness. The thing is, though, he thinks he should be paid.
That's right. So he will have to take me to small claims court.
Or he can just sue you in regular court, too. You hope it's small claims.
No, if it's regular, that's fine. Regular court, Well,
whatever. Okay, you're going to represent yourself because just to walk in is going to be $50. No, it'll be $5,000. Just to get an attorney to show up for court with the prep work, it'll be $5,000 without even thinking about it. If he hires an attorney, it is $5,000 out of your pocket. I don't think he'd be that stupid with a $1,500 bill. But let's hope he's not.
Well, what he thinks is that I have to pay for his lawyer. And according to my lawyer, I didn't, in the agreement of this bid, there was no anywhere on the bid saying that I would pay for his lawyer or he would pay for mine.
Yeah, but a lot of attorneys believe they can get attorney's fees for unpaid bills if it's egregious. But I don't know how they make a case for this being egregious. I don't know, man. This is terrible. Listen, I'm on your side. I mean, flat out, I'm on your side but I don't know how strong you were. I don't know what you said. I really don't know if you said, I need you to dig up here. It's going to be somewhere here. Just do it. I mean, I don't know. I'd like to see the contract. I want to see the contract, okay? It doesn't matter. It's going to court, what I think, right? It doesn't matter what I think. I'd like to know, though. I'd like to know.
Weekdays 2 to 4. The Situation with...
What? She should be able to take a picture of it. I'll go.
Did she agree to let him dig the thing up?
Yeah, because she thought he knew where to dig. And then she also called some...
MileHighEstatePlanning.com. That's the website. MileHighEstatePlanning.com. Here is what you need to do. Go to one of the seminars we're having, the 24th and 25th around lunchtime. There's only 25 seats for each. This is not a sales job. He has nothing to sell. I mean, if you don't want to use them, don't use them. But you'll get plenty of information. MileHighEstatePlanning.com. Go there to sign up. Only 25 seats. Sure. MileHighEstatePlanning.com is the website, okay? Now, you'll find out about, first of all, wills, simple wills, estates, beneficiaries' deeds, trusts. Sometimes you don't need a beneficiary's deed. Sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes, how about bank accounts payable on death, PODs they call them. Sometimes you can avoid probate altogether. Sometimes you don't want to. Whatever it is, and protecting your assets, MileHighEstatePlanning.com.
Hey Ken, do you have the email from her?
Yeah, I do. I sent you. I
Oh, you sent
forwarded
to me?
some to you.
Okay, you said a bunch to me. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that's what it was about.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay.
Where we have been serving Colorado since 2001. We are
Very
locally
good.
owned and operated. We know Colorado, and we know how to help. Have you tried to get a loan? Just like another number? Transfer it from one person to
No, but it's not unusual to get, like my social radio thing's not getting, it's hard
They
to get
also-
people
You know which one it
to
was
talk
at,
about
or-
new stuff.
Yeah.
It is, but we'll keep trying.
Well,
No
just
matter
look
what,
at-
I'm going to have people,
This is
I'm going to
his-
have people
this
at
is
least
a
think
picture.
about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, I mean, that's all we can hope.
Why?
It depends on any given day. Yes, it is. But here's the thing: it
This
accumulates.
is when she
So
called
not
the
everyone
compliance
listens every
and said they
quarter
have
hour.
to
You know,
permit,
we have
and
two
they shouldn't
kinds.
have
We
done
have
without
average
an
quarter hour,
exact
and then we have
location.
You can
cube,
dig in there.
then we have time spent listening. So all of those mean different things for different people.
Purpose inspection.
If
details,
you
what
move
is it?
around ads, Cume helps a lot because you'll reach parts of a big audience. The worst thing somebody can say in marketing, and they think they know what they're doing. No, I want to
Okay,
be
this is the second.
here every day. Well,
So she didn't have a
you're going to
contract?
exhaust that audience.
Well,
Because
this
people
is very
tune in
strange.
to
So
now
she
all different times,
hired them to clean
and
up
you
the
have a
place.
lot of people who have habits.
They couldn't
You
find
don't
it.
want to
Then they
reach
came
just
back
the
a second
habitual.
time.
You want to reach
and
everyone.
they
You want to
told
move it
her
around.
They were unable to
And then,
locate the pipe because
yeah.
they believe it was under the washer and the
So-
dryer.
Right, but Castillo's contract.
With you, since you don't advertise,
She never
we're
sent me that.
mentioning
Okay.
it, and you'll get
Yeah.
online, you'll get people. And I don't think, you don't often hear me say this, I don't think it's worth advertising them. I don't think you will get the volume you need to pay for your advertising because of the per unit price and the what I call marketplace resistance because it's not yet educated. It's kind of like advertising stem cells in the beginning is a waste of time. You need masses to know it. When they come on looking like CBD, it would have been ridiculous to advertise CBD a year ago. Okay? Now I don't bother educating people about CBD. There are people looking for CBD. All I want to do is direct them. There are not people looking for that. So to do it, whenever you have to go on and educate people and then sell your product, you're wasting money on radio. You know, I mean, print would work, direct mail, things like that. Advertising is to reach what I call a P1 audience. That is someone primarily interested already. Okay? You don't have a P1 audience in the country yet. We don't have one for that.
Yeah.
If you're selling a drone, you just say, we have drones. This much battery life, this. Could you imagine advertising drones when people didn't know what drones were?
Right.
You'd have to talk all about it before you even get your name out. Then they go to the web and find everyone else along with you. Because, so I always tell people when they come to me and we're educating about a product, don't advertise. It's going to be too expensive.
Okay.
It's way, not for this type of it's way too expensive. You need to go on YouTube and you need to do a lot of education first. But the downside to that is you're educating people for the brand, for the market,
Not for your product.
Not for your product. Mine is to go to your product. Why you? And for you, there's not a lot of why you, other than you're a good guy, you know, and you got a nice product and quality, but it's hard. It's a hard sell.
Okay.
The association with us helps, but it's a hard product and it's selfish. People think anything's going to slow down a crook. Why do I need that? It's like when you're looking at
burglar alarms. You know, people want cheap and fast. That's why ADT, they suck, but they're all over.
That's why Simply Safe is a great brand.
The company I have, which has been around for years, they're great products, Security Central. It's more expensive. The products you actually buy and own, they don't break down. You pay for it. Trying to get people to buy it, at least now you don't have to convince people what a security system is.
Yeah.
Just the better service, better monitoring, all of that. So you are having a problem not because of your product, but because the marketplace is too green for it. Sometimes being too far ahead doesn't help you.
Yeah. Okay. I get that. That's what we figure. I mean,
we're not doing
what you
anything
do is
wrong.
You wait for it, you do stuff like that.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Renew Home Innovations. The reason they call themselves Innovations is really they specialize in bathrooms and specifically showers. They can do your whole bathroom, but specifically showers. They're coming out with Bella Doccia, beautiful shower. And they have imported porcelain. They also have Kohler products, the Serica, or some people call it Serica. It doesn't require any maintenance whatsoever, not even in the corners where you have grout, because the corner molding covers all that up. It's wonderful, or wherever you have caulking. You got to look them up, okay? They have good, better, and best, so that's good for your fix and flip or for your dream home. 303-904-2000. Renew Home Innovations.com. You hear on my show all the time about liars, cheaters, and ripoffs, so please take me to task when I tell you about the good guys. Use them and call me if you don't have any luck. Most of the time I don't get those complaints. But where are you going to call when you have problems? You know, try calling Channel 9 and say, I saw an ad on your air, and this is what happened. Do you think they care? It's not that they're bad people. They're not set up to care. No one is. Oh, listen. This thing with the Castillo excavating, digging up and not fixing anything, and wanting to be paid is beyond me. I want to see what a judge says. I can't believe Lisa would be charged for no value. Anyway, any last words on that one? Because there's nothing we can do for her. She's going to be sued. And she's going to either win or lose. I don't know. It depends on that contract. That's why I'm waiting for the contract. I want to see what it says. Wes, what's going on with you in the oil change? What's happening?
Well, we got a coupon for an oil change. I usually do it myself. Had shoulder surgery, couldn't do it, so I took it in. And every time I go to these places, you know, all I wanted was an oil change, and they come back and tell me, you know,
of course they do.
$523 later that I need brakes.
Now, listen, what do you mean $523 later? Is that how much your oil change costs? If it does, you're going to the wrong place.
No. They, you know, with the oil change, and if they were to do the brakes today, it would have been $523.
No, this is what I mean, Wes. Whenever somebody says an oil change, $14.95, they don't want to change your oil, although they will. They want to find other things wrong. It's called a loss leader. A real oil change with oil, with labor, with time should be somewhere around $89 to $100. Just a regular oil change. Now, you might say to yourself, I'd never pay that. You're right, because we've been conditioned to pay hardly anything. But the true cost to a business who has their lights on and their heat, and they have a garage, and they have workers' comp, and they have materials and all of that, it's going to cost them about $60, $50, and they're going to charge you about $80. But they don't do that. They say, if I have 20 people come in here and they each pay me $15, $14.95, $15, or $20, $19.95, I will get at least one of them that needs something to make up for all of that. That's why that happens. It's not, now hold on, where I have an exception to that is when they lie about it. You see what I'm saying? It's when they, now Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair, they're good people. They did a free, they're doing a free estimate, and that means tear down of your transmission. Here's what they think. If somebody's serious enough to have somebody open up their transmission to find out what's wrong with it, they're most likely going to get it repaired. So They say to them, look, if you do have a transmission problem, it'll cost you anywhere from $900 up to $3,000. So do you want us to tear into it? There's no charge. You're not obligated. We'll put it back together. And these guys will say all day long, no, I don't think so. If they can't afford it, some will say yes. There are people that say yes. These guys go through all that work and get no. They don't get it. They don't get the job. But they're hoping maybe 1 out of 10, they get a transmission job, and it pays for the others. Or maybe 2 out of 10. I don't know what their break even is. It's all a math game. That's what it is. That's what it is. And what can I tell you?
I know. It's just frustrating.
Where was the biggest frustration? Do you have one that sticks out?
Well, just the fact that when you expect. I don't know. It's when you go in and ask for a particular thing, and then they go searching for things. I just said I need an oil change.
But Wes, if they're being honest, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with it?
Nothing.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, if somebody felt something driving it back or something to that effect, I understand why they do what they do. But it just to me it's like you were saying.
By the way, it has nothing. I'd like to believe it has everything to do with their health and safety. It has nothing to do with it. The only reason they would mention it is they hope you'll have it done. They don't. As far as liability and all that, I mean, I guess if your brakes were out, they should mention that, or they'll be. I guess you could find them liable. But Wes, that's the way of the world, and I don't mind it. It all comes down to honesty. I don't mind lost leaders, and I don't mind them looking for problems if they are honest. Fix it 24/7. You hear me do that commercial about $39, find any problem? What are they hoping? That you're going to have it done. For God's sakes, $39 just to roll a truck costs them about $60. I mean, think about it. Gas, insurance, workers' comp, and all the work stuff, the dispatch staff, the phone service, the cost for advertising. But $39, if they did 100 of them, they wouldn't want to do it. I mean, first of all, they can't do 100 because it takes at least an hour. No matter what, it's going to take an hour out of their day, sometimes more. So they're hoping you have the work done. There's nothing wrong with that at all if they are honest. Just like that $39 special. I couldn't believe they spent like 2 hours on my furnace. And it's not just because it's me. They'll spend that much time doing the refurbishment for new customers. They do the $39 clean and check. They find things wrong maybe 15% of the time. They find minor things wrong maybe 20 or 30% of the time. They get the jobs maybe 10% of the time. That's what they do. But it's not because it's wrong. It's just the way of the world. It's a way to get into your home. I'm talking about this lockbox. People, oh my God, they're saying, do we really need lockboxes nowadays? Okay, so because of that, what we're going to do, he's going to do a special. He's going to extend it all week. If you buy one of these lockboxes, $199, $95 or whatever it is, you go to porchpiratelockbox.com. If you buy one of them, he's going to deliver it and install it in the metro area. Okay? Even a little outside the metro area. That's what he's going to do. So you just have to mention the show and say that this is what you expect. So porchpiratelockbox.com. So $199, he's going to deliver and install it on your porch. And it comes in different colors. You can find all that out when you go to the website.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW. Denver.
How they know his brakes? Did he say you could test his brakes?
If they go in for oil change, and Mark said that.
Yeah.
If they can
I'm
pull
not
off your
saying
front
this.
wheel.
Yeah.
As I said,
really
I'm not going to live or die by your $200.
I mean, he used
But
to do it.
if you amortize what we've done so far, just trying to help you out, and I'm not blaming you. This is just life. With the airtime and with the mentions and with the referral list and all that. Normally, that would cost the company. How long you've been on? It would, and how many times you've been on here?
We came in twice for 2 hours.
So far, and now you're on the third time. Okay.
No, this is our second time.
Oh, okay. Okay, so 2 times. So all in, with everything we've done, would be about $5,000. So I don't know how long you've been paying $200, but I just want you to know as far as value-wise, not that I'm trying to get any money from you, and if you told me next week this is not paying, I'd understand.
and we
Hey,
try
Ken, did you
something
see
else.
this from?
It's all about getting it to work.
No, and I understand what you're saying, and I'm really, we're thankful
Oh yeah.
for what you're doing, because I understand 100%.
Yeah. It's like, you know what?
Become
Become the banker. That is a concept that Joe Chiano has done for years. And it's selling you life insurance, but that's not the object. He doesn't make a lot of money on that. He wants you to buy that and then overfund it with cash that grows tax-free and use it as a retirement plan. The insurance is just frosting on the cake, but now he has a plan to use this money to get you out of debt in 9 years, including mortgage. You got to find out about the seminars. They really work. BecomeTheBanker.org.
So this one has on it what?
See, you're shocked when I'm actually on time. You're like taking a piss, going around, checking social media.
Listeners saying that.
Okay, yeah, we have seen it. The thing about the plastic that we're worried about is if the sun beats on that for a while after.
Don't forget you have that lady hanging with the detail.
Thank you! Oh my God! Thank you!
We got halfway
God,
through
thank you! Oh man!
Hey, that's why I get the big bucks,
No,
Kelly.
Deputy, thank you.
There's a lot going on.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You got big bucks?
I get. You know how much I get paid to do this?
Did I do everyone? I did
300?
Duran.
I'm a
One
what they
Clear
call
Choice, yes.
unpaid volunteer.
The highest paid unpaid volunteer I have. I doubled the salary the first week.
And every week after that.
You can't believe what my malpractice is just for being on with Tom.
The big board I
She
got.
couldn't send the contract in.
So guys, here's the big board. Help me out here. Handicap apartment. We're done with her, right? Or what? Did we ever? You were Deputy Doc. What did the management say about not moving her in?
No, I never followed up. That wasn't my.
Yeah, well,
I think no, it wasn't.
I have it here, and you said you called and left a message. You told with the management. If you don't want it, that's fine. It's hard to say. I don't know why. That's the two-time felon, obese woman,
right.
handicap. You did call and they never got back to you. Sharpest Rides Repo, Clint's working on. Hail repair item, homeowners lien, because that was you. No, that was. She said they didn't do proper work. We had the work evaluated. We're done with that one. Dan, that was yours. You know, with the one we just had on, where we had Genesis.
Oh yeah. She's
fix and flip loans. Mark is.
This is the other one I've called twice.
Okay, that's the one we have here. The rental people.
Right.
Yeah.
I've called them twice.
And basically, there's nothing we can do for
right.
them. Refrigerator water damage. Action Appliance did a bad. Oh, Clint's working on that. Damage manifold. Clint of Midas did a bad repair. So. Okay, there's not much we can do. We have just some of these are stubborn pieces of crap here. I just wanted to see if you had any. So basically, you just have that one you're trying to get a hold of. But
the two of them, the obese lady and the rental property, both which haven't.
The rental property, I'm not so much about.
Okay.
We just that was just educational.
Right.
Like, when do building departments go out and inspect properties? And that doesn't have to be Fort Collins. That can be anyone. I would just like to know. At any given time, they can go out and give you a fucking checklist, and you're stuck doing it.
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out.
That is really like, I would even call Denver too, because almost any home you can find building code violations.
Yeah.
Could you imagine somebody shows up and you got 25 grand worth of work to do, and they say have it done in 30 days? It can happen.
But
I doubt you'd have 25 grand unless you really put it off, but.
This may be only for rental housing inspections, not if you're just
but theoretically, I think
there.
they can come to your organization.
Wow. What's going on with that Sharper Rides repo thing? I was listening the other day.
That's a weird one. We don't know yet.
Crazy.
Yeah, because there were 3 people involved in the title, and it was nobody's fault.
Well, if the
Hi,
guys,
Tom Martino here. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Okay, so, social radio. I'm going to have to pull my audience kicking and streaming into this new concept. Social radio. If you would make a tweet somewhere, I'm going to let you do it on radio, and I'll even replay it now and then, and I'll use your account name. So we can use your Twitter account or your Instagram account. It will happen. I'm going to do it, even if I have to go out and proactively get people to do it. I want to start these segments on the radio, social media. Someday, it'll be a regular thing. This is so-and-so. Bomb. They do their thing. I might even set up a Google number where you can leave them off air. We'll shorten them if we have to and get them on. In fact, I'm going to do that. I got to get a Google number, and I'll do that. And that'll be our social radio number for people to leave comments. And then I can post them with their social name. They can have one just for radio, or they can have one that they already have. I suggest they use their social media name so their social media account gets hits. And I'm looking for stuff of social significance. I mean, you know, something. I mean, you can actually, I don't care what you comment on. If you want to comment on different things, but it would be cool if you could make recommendations in the community or diss somebody if somebody's hurting somebody. What?
Oh, is it going to be like these people who are, quote, social media influencers that do nothing but try to influence people to do something or the other?
You know, the only reason they call them influencers is because they have followers.
Right.
Everyone wants to be an influencer. Everyone wants to go viral. Everyone wants that kind of impact. Why is that? Because we all want significance and relevance. That's what people want. I mean, obviously, money is a motivator for a lot of people, but you know what? There are people, I swear to God, that would do things free for the relevance. That's why attorneys take famous cases. They line up. They were lined up to represent Timothy McVeigh or to line up for O.J. Simpson. It's for the notoriety and the relevance. Let's talk now. Remember, we're talking about porch pirates. In general, it's not a kind of product everyone's thinking about. Hey, I need a lockbox for my porch. But eventually, I think people will be there. And there'll be a lot of competition and all of that. This guy's early in the marketplace. He builds them locally, builds them with a lot of quality and all of that. They're not a $39 purchase. But even at $199, it's really worth it. He's going to come out and install it. He's going to deliver and install it for that price just for this week to try to get people to talking about the product. And it's porchpiratelockbox.com. It's not that I'm trying to give this guy free commercials. It's that I want people to get with it. Porch piracy is a serious problem. Are there any other ways to do it? Listen, I thought of one way, but I don't know if I'd like it. But, you know, I have a Wi-Fi for my garage. I can open my garage door right now. Do you have those? So I got this from One Clear Choice Garage Doors, actually. So if a guy comes to my house to deliver something, I can always talk to him, and I can open my garage door, let him put it inside the garage.
It's just going to take too long, though. I mean, these guys are working on time, and they got to get in there.
No, he just wait. Okay, you're right. You mean they don't want to call you? Right. Yeah.
So Tom, this is what
you were going to say, Kelly.
This is what we're doing right now. We're just keeping it simple by putting a padlock on. You leave it unlocked. They come in, drop the stuff in the box, and they lock it back up. We are working on putting a Bluetooth-capable keypad on there right now. So
yeah, all of that will come. Again, the marketplace is brand spanking new. I want to know in general from our people, would they even buy one in general? Are you thinking about buying one? Have you thought about it? That's what I want to know. In general, have you thought about buying it? Okay, so I did not forget about Paul, but there was another woman. Hold on. What was her name? Danelle, what did we do? Oh, no, we helped her with that 470 thing. Okay, so, Paul, I didn't forget about you. I just want you to know we had, all this stuff in between. So let's get back to your problem. A car detailer, 2016, $40,000. It's for your daughter. Now, listen, if the car detailer broke something, did I disconnect? Listen, do you have her number, Daphne? If not, do you have Paul? Paul, if you're listening, your daughter, I want to know, what did they do to break it? Maybe they feel they have enough to go on with this. But the bottom line is she had a problem where a car detailer broke her seat. It was a 2016 car. It had 40,000 miles. So it's not like it was a 200,000 miles on a 93, okay? And when someone breaks something, a valet maybe, somebody who valet parks you, or someone detailing your car. It's not that they broke it. It's not that it happened while they had it. It's that they did something unusual. That's the question. What did they do to break it? If I get in your car and I'm cleaning it, and I take the lever and move your seat back so I can vacuum, or use the electric switch to move your car back, or I move your steering wheel and something breaks, I am not automatically responsible for it unless I did something differently, something to break it. So if you're listening, Paul and your daughter, please help us, and then we can help collect or call the place for you. 303-713-TALK. Call up. I'm sorry you had to hang up. Roger, you want to know about the dimensions of the box. That's a good question. What size is that box, Kelly?
They're 22 inches long, 13 inches deep, 16 inches tall.
Now, how'd you come up with that?
We were kind of just shooting in the dark,
okay.
But it turns out that, what'd you say, Ken? They're...
can you make different sizes, obviously, or is that going to be...
I can, but they're exponentially more.
So
but I
Roger,
will make custom boxes for you if you want one.
Roger?
Yes.
Were you going to basically ask the size, right?
Yeah, I was interested in the size. I'm very curious about the product. It sounds like a great idea. I just wanted to make sure it was going to be applicable to the bulk of my packages.
You know, what do you do now? Just leave them on your porch?
When they follow instructions, we'll have them leave them on our back patio, which works well, but they don't always follow instructions. Sometimes they put them inside my storm door. Other times they just pitch them on the front porch and leave them there.
Now, do you have an exposed front porch or a porch where this could easily be put?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know, by the way, if you buy it this week, he'll install it and deliver it for no extra charge, so it's just $199. Anyway, thanks for calling, Roger. It's porchpiratelockbox.com. Have you ever had anything stolen? I haven't. I haven't had anything stolen, but think about this. The other day I was looking for a tool. It was really nothing, man. It was a feeler gauge, but I needed the blades. A feeler gauge, for those listening, is a measurement tool. Most people use it for spark plugs, okay? It's when you want to gap something or make a space between something, and it's a minute space, and you have to have the measuring just right. So I wanted something with blades and about 4 or 6 inches. I couldn't use the regular ones. I had to probe inside something. You know what's weird is I'm looking all over town wondering who has them. My friend says, just go to Amazon. I said, you're right. I usually do, but I need it tomorrow. It had to have been 3 in the afternoon. I went to Amazon. I found it. It's like $9, okay, free delivery, and it was at my house the next day. I mean, by the time I went out with gas and the time I find it, I buy it, what a pain in the ass. This thing from my computer, 3 in the afternoon, I had it at my door the next morning or the next, whenever it was, midday. This online buying, I would hate to be in retail right now.
That's why Bezos is worth billions.
Impact traffic.
The highway drive around the metro area checking problem-free right now, aside from...
Seriously, that's what...
Right? That's why he's worth billions.
People love to
He
have
figured it out.
The house. I always thought there's no way that's going to happen, and I do it all the time.
When are the malls going out of business? I mean,
They already are.
They are, but they're hanging on.
No, man. But I think it's going to be unfun not to have retail.
Yeah.
Even though I'm such a hypocrite, I use them a lot of times just to see the goddamn product.
Yeah, exactly.
But maybe that's what manufacturers will do. Maybe manufacturers don't give a shit if you buy there. Maybe they will have just exhibition places where you go and try something.
Yeah, I thought that the same thing.
And you order it and it's delivered to your home. So it's direct. Maybe retail isn't a factor.
Or they're doing it now where you can order it and just free shipping back if it doesn't fit you right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same
Exactly.
thing.
But
Every
you know,
place is like
the
that.
dumbest words ever spoken?
I do.
No. Other than that. The dumbest words ever, I swear to God, if I hear this from another retailer, I go in, and I'm talking about a retailer, a local retailer. We can order it for you. And I look at him and think, do you think I'm a fucking idiot? You're going to order it for me? and it'll be here next week.
Yeah, I can
I
order it.
mean,
It'll be here tomorrow.
jeez.
It's like they're telling you they'll send up a smoke signal instead of calling. I mean,
You're going to order it for me.
So
Now,
far
why
so
would
bad.
I have you do that?
Yeah. Obsolete.
Somebody said they went to your website and it said something about dimensions. There's nothing about dimensions on here.
We just had a new website.
Man, you better have it. If you don't, that's crazy.
I haven't. I guess I missed that.
Okay, I don't see it.
Do you want those questions back? I'm sorry, I didn't do that.
Under your free,
that was so premature that you're selling stuff for other people.
Frequently asked questions.
Yeah, no, that's okay. It's okay.
Put it under FAQ.
You understand my reason.
Under your frequently asked questions, just put dimensions. It says, will most fitness blocks? Yes, for the most part, almost all your packages.
Oh yeah, that's.
Kim, what'd you find out about it?
I talked with Amazon, and Amazon has 4 boxes in there.
But you just need to put what it is on,
and those will fit in here.
I mean, that's fine to say this, but just say, and the dimensions of the box are there. What does it get, 13? What does it get, 13?
You know, I'm going to talk to Suze about this, but I don't think it's a bad idea, Dap, and I'm going to have her do it, to say, look, in case we get disconnected or you're tired of holding and we want to get back to you, just give us your number. And then, you know, people like this guy's daughter, and I don't blame people for not wanting to wait.
22.
Thank you. Did he call back? Okay.
Yeah, he's on.
So from now on, I think we offer that to people. If you don't want to hold, we'll take your number and get. I'm going to actually we should institute that for people. We got to enter the new goddamn world right now.
Yep.
13, 22, 16.
When I started this show, there was nobody doing shit like I do.
That's only 22?
Well, they're still not really.
22 by 13 by 16.
Yeah. Very good. Look. You got an uphill battle, buddy.
Yeah, and you know what? I agree with you. You're telling me what we're figuring, and we're just gonna have to.
Is this your main deal?
No, I got a machine shop. I've been
That's
doing.
right. You told me that.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta remember you because I need shit sometimes.
Hey, you know what?
No. Do you do one-up stuff?
All the
I
time.
don't mind paying for dyes or shit
I do
or
the
anything. You know
specialty
why?
stuff and nobody will tap
When
it.
I do specialty stuff, I don't know how you deal with this, but here's what I do. If I do specialty stuff, I have like, let's say an antique haircut, but I'm not your own, so I do something special. And it works
Tell
out
them what
so well,
dimensions
and
are.
I don't have any problem. I put it out on the forum.
Yeah.
Bam! I've had that happen where I did something, a collar one time for this thing that needed to be done, and sure as shit.
Paid for it or make money on it by doing it.
Yeah, and I don't even care that much about it, but what I'm saying is,
But you're helping people out.
yeah, but I don't mind paying for my stuff, man.
Well, China's not
I'm
going to do
looking
this.
for
I mean, you're going to
good
put
machines
on
all the time. I
Amazon,
really do want to call you without part.
I don't have a car.
Yeah,
Now,
How do you want
well, I
me
know
to
how to get a hold of you.
Okay.
So, when I have a part,
cereals can do that.
I give them the part you can do.
This is voluntary marijuana for presidents of. Well, they're not
Now,
supposed to.
what if I have
Voluntary.
a
If
photograph and I say,
you get.
I need something
I
to
don't
connect
dig into
this,
marijuana.
and I
If
need
you
it
add
to
dimensions, they say if you got
and I
any
need
mold
this,
marijuana,
and I
throw
give
it.
you
Not
the
the best
dimensions
thing
you
you
can
can
make.
do.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll work through. We'll get on the phone and talk about it.
There it says a voluntary recall. It never should have went that
Like
far.
there's a bearing surface that's messed up. If you just give me the dimension on a bearing that needs to go, however I will ask you questions and we'll nail it down and we'll get it done. I'm a third generation doing this.
And they're going away. I also need, maybe you know someone, the equivalent of you in composite stuff. Do you know anyone who makes composite parts?
Like what kind of composite?
Okay, like a fairing or something. Just a somebody really good. In fact, I ought to just ask on the air. Hi, I'm Tom Martino. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Paul, I'm sorry, and I hope you didn't think we forgot you. And by the way, so listen, we need to figure out, we'll call the place and try to help you. Remember, I gave you a task, figure out what they did to contribute or break it other than just operating it. So they broke the seat. What do you think they did, or what is there evidence of?
Well, there's evidence that the seat will not move because screws were missing and found on the floor of the car when I went to pick up the vehicle.
What do you think they... Okay, so hold on. If the screws are put back, would it work? Is it something simple?
I had to get the car towed to leave the property.
Oh, because you couldn't even drive it.
I couldn't even drive the vehicle.
What did they say about it?
They said it came in broken.
You
were
drove
not
it
on
in.
the floor.
You drove it in. How could it come in broke? They would have been better to say, we don't know what happened. We were just moving the seat and it stopped. I mean, so here's what I think happened.
No communication from the business either.
Did the seat move? It just didn't lock. I think the backstop probably, or what did it turn out to be?
Well, I took it to the manufacturer.
Yeah.
And they have to entirely replace the low frame of the seat and order parts from Europe.
Now,
which will take a month to arrive.
Now, there is a limit to liability. I mean, these people don't have to buy you a new car, but at the same time, we need the dealer to tell us what's wrong with it. What happened to it? If it was old or defective, I don't know how one person can do that much harm just operating a seat. Did they try to jam it back because it was stiff? What did they do? They said it was broken. They're not cooperating. But even if they broke it, there's a limit to what they owe you. They're not going to owe you 30 days. You understand that kind of stuff? They're not going to owe you every damage you suffered.
The official written statement I got from my dealership, the manufacturer, said they found the seat frame entirely broken, lever detached from the lower frame.
Wow.
Which not allowed the pins to release.
That sounds to me like, hold on, so it didn't release. So was it locked in the back position where you couldn't drive it, or too far forward?
Too far forward.
Okay. So it sounds like maybe brute force. I mean, if they said the lever was actually broken off, it's not like, did they say it looked like fatigued or anything?
Nope. It's a 2015 car.
Gosh.
I don't have any problems with it.
And this shop won't help you at all. They obviously know it wasn't like that because you drove it in.
Correct.
So why do they say it was like that?
Beats me.
What's the name of this place?
Car Fit USA in Inglewood.
Car Fit?
Yep, FIT.
We have to get there.
Very uncomfortable. On Friday night, I was alone with him outside his business, and he got in my car a couple times. I'm a single woman in the dark. I did not feel safe around him.
Well, why was that, though? Did he do anything wrong?
No, but got in my face, insisting that he works on Teslas and Ferraris, and that my car was fine. So
it's too late to call right now. Hold on. Can you get her back on tomorrow? Are you around tomorrow? What's your first name?
My name's Courtney.
Courtney, instead of talking to your dad, then we'll talk to you tomorrow. I want to try to get this guy in the air.
Yeah.
I mean,
like a plan.
Saying it was broke when you came in just doesn't work. But guys, what do you think? I mean, if it was broken, if it was hey, you're a machinist, Kelly, in your other life. I mean, what does it sound like? You know those seat frames are pretty hardy.
Let me ask you, what kind of car is it?
It's a Volkswagen 2015 Tiguan.
Is it an electric seat?
No, it's mechanical or electric?
It's mechanical.
Well, there's just a kind of a spline deal there.
You see where it's a lever that you pull. It releases the pins.
Yeah.
Then he jammed it forward, and I know what happened when he went forward. I thought the rail or something was broken, but if he's just moving it forward and then releases that, what would break that? If he pulled up too fast or too hard on that lever, would it have pulled it out of the handle maybe? I don't know.
Was it a steel handle or a plastic handle?
The handle is plastic.
Oh, it is.
I don't know if there's
That's why you broke.
I went, wait, so it's not a bar, because a lot of them have that bar that releases pins. It wasn't a bar?
There's a bar on the bottom.
Do you have any pics of any of this?
I do. I have video that the technicians took upon inspection.
Good. Please, video of what?
Of the dealership's inspection when I took the car into the manufacturer.
Please send that to us. Hey, now, is it really long and big? We can do a Dropbox or something?
That should work, yeah.
Daphne, you're going to coordinate the video. I want to get, if we can, a representative from the dealer, if we can. But I do want to call Auto Fit as well.
Car Fit.
Car Fit. I'm sorry, Car Fit as well. just to see if we can figure this out. Courtney, thank you for cooperating because you understand the dilemma. It's not that it broke while they had it. It's if they did something to make it break, right? Okay.
Correct.
All right. Hang on. Rodney, I'm sorry you waited so long, and I promise you, if we have to, we'll even get an expert on because we're running out of time. Your Dodge pickup, if you can just tell me quickly, it's just cranking?
Okay, it's a 99 Dodge V6, no type 4 fuel injection. Okay? The only way you can start it is put fuel down the throttle body unit that sits on the center of the intake.
Right. We're going to get an expert to answer your question. Hold on. Save all your problems for me.
Michael Brown here.
Daphne, I'd like to get Rodney on tomorrow with someone from our auto people.